But they kind of went big, and that company did not. Well, actually, I guess it kind of became part of another company. That one became a part of another company, and then another company. So technically, they may be kind of still around and legit now, but already like named differently and stuff. Alright, so we gonna do a bit of a news recap. The gaming news recap for the week. But first, I gotta go to the bathroom though, 1 second. There we go. The Baldur's Gate localization did it? Yes, he's here, alright. The World of Warcraft vanilla box there even, Steve. Nice. Okay, a little bit of a bun on. And let's go. Let's see. Where's the sale UI? Still the sale. Got dubbed with some big names. Oh, damn, nice. Yeah, stuff was like barely dubbed. With the unofficial translations, I think. Then they start going ham. +20 years ago, yeah. Well, actually, Blizzard had, and still has actually, insane translation and dubbing. It's funny because they all like, you know, nope, not gonna sell you the game or anything. No. Not gonna be able to buy it. And then they have like, you know, everything voice acted, everything translated. New seasons and stuff that are out. Also voice acted and translated. I see what you did there. I'll see what you did there. Oh, 1 second. So yeah, their translations and the voice acting is really good. Like Warcraft was really good at voice acting. Warcraft 2 even. Warcraft 1 wasn't, I think, translated at all until way later. And then the second one was good. First one was when I kind of like started learning English, I guess, as a kid. At least, you know, the basic stuff, you know. What's attack? What's stop? Yeah, though. What's the barracks, town hall, and all those things, The release-wise, yeah, people don't really like releasing during the sale. But I guess we'll see what's up there. Top sellers. The Raft is back there. Damn son. Valheim. And some interesting top sellers got out there. They completely... Oh, there it is. It's for some reason worked though. Good shit, Gibbon. There we go. Arcade full of cats. Saw that before. Pirate Fighting Simulator. PvP, a game developed in Unreal Engine 5. Amazing. It was huge at one point. I mean, yeah, it sold like... How much was that, like? 10 mil, I think? Or did they stop earlier? Yeah, they're just like slowly updating it. It's basically like people... Like, they were on the crazy, like... sale streak, I guess. And then... few weeks passed and people started molding. Where's our content, man? I quit Fortnite for this game. Where's my weekly irrelevant celebrity skin or something in the game? And they were like, nope, not gonna get any of that here. We're just gonna be fixing issues and stuff. And slowly keeping development. So that one kind of went silent. But no, since then they still be working on it a lot though. And rolling some new stuff. I think there were some already like new biomes and stuff that they released. So they do be working on it, just slowly. Just slowly. This was so before. That's the Dink one. Screen Returns, Dungeons 4. Interesting, drags some like random popular new releases there. It seems so overwhelming now. Did they add like too much stuff already? This is basically like Sea of Thieves at home. Unique pirate and ship band together. Explore different game modes, maps, weapons, ship types, and more. Yeah, that does kind of sound like it. th of November. And kind of fresh too. No, I see Skill, let's see. Fifth one. The whole base demolished them. That sounds brutal. That does sound quite brutal. Oh, this one I guess was out of early access. Yeah. So many reviews. Progression Halloween update. Okay. The packs and stuff. Alright, so they farming this one. What's the difference with the Sea of Thieves there? These guys also farming you. Both farm you. Sea of Thieves might be a little more content heavy, I guess. Sea of Thieves and Fortnite had a baby. Let's see. Let's see, Steve, alright. The Valfar is selling badly. Well, I mean, the review numbers not really like correlating that crazy well, because some games can get a shitload, some can get not that much. But yeah, I mean, it's a niche genre. It's even more niche than original Valfaris. Original Valfaris was still at least, you know, platformer and stuff. Oh, the Belial, I see. The pain. The pain. I both wanted to see fuel drop down. Alright. Stronghold though. RoboQuest. Oh, that one also got released in from early access, I guess. Alright. 7th November. The Invincible. A watermelon game. Oh, did someone just make like the Suka game at home too? This is for free though, so I guess. Yeah, it seems like it exactly. It seems exactly like that. Stronghold Remaster is nice. Yeah, maybe if I'll find time and everything, I'll get that. The developer name though. Alright, I guess. The game and developer name checks, I guess, too. The Sui guy. And Bomb says I'm special. With Path of Exile version of this? Damn son. Let's play that game on the bus. What started? No idea, actually. Yeah, it did get kinda like I remember first time I heard about it was from Pony, actually, I think. Which, when you needed like some different region or something to play it. And then it went. Then I remember Triza was also like farming that one a bunch. Suika Balls Lemao. Let's see. Lemao. Gives me game design is my passion vibes. CCUSA. The pony is the trendsetter, yeah. A border Meinhof phenomenon. What is this, man? Is it some like play on like a border Meinhof these nuts or something? We're missing one there. You border Meinhof. Got him. Hear about something and suddenly see it everywhere. I see, alright. Yeah, that does sound like one. That does. Well, I mean, I didn't really see it everywhere, though, myself personally, but also, yeah, I didn't really watch much around. Yeah, this we'll also mostly see. Yeah, when you get, like, to the sale time, the Maisuika Watermelon game. Is this the official one now, though? Of Watashi Games? Is this the one now? So now they're getting it on PC already. Yeah, that seems more kind of like the true version. That's the real version. And them insane puzzling. Yeah, last train home soon, 28th of November. This one we saw last time. That's with the kind of this like weird art style combination. Karos Blitz. Oh, is the RPG deck builder. Remember that we also saw that. Wizardom we also saw, and Wizardom I'm gonna play actually when it will be available. So I assume next week we probably will. And that looks like it might be very interesting. They delayed it a bit. I was already kind of supposed to. Epic action adventure, Bullet Hell Metroidvania. That looks like some Giga Booba there and everything. A Bullet Hell, I see. Oh, did we actually see this one before? Yeah, I think we did. That was, I guess, like the second trailer or something. Where they drove the booba and stuff in. This seems kind of like more chibi or some stuff. Like when they started posting like the voice, oh, there it is, yeah. When they started posting like the voice actors and stuff, you know that shit is weeb as fuck. I guess it's not a bad thing, but still. The NFT guy probably dreams still. To live in that universe, where every trailer, every game would have his name there. He's the voice actor there. A Low Mage Academy. A Magic School RPG. Damn son, Hogwarts at home. Oh, sorry. It's RPG Maker stuff. A little advanced. Thank you. The Body Metroidvania. Yarabiribi. Could be. They're like same devs, huh? CSGO. See how it is, alright. Zombie survival game online. Damn, that must be some dank shit, probably. CSGO, alright. Questionable. Aim to deliver survival community experience that will entertain for years to come. Serious shit. Both a heavy passion for the genre and the years spent honing our development skills. Damn son. You need survival experience. Craft your story today. That's a lot of big words there indeed, yeah. For something called CSGO. Hey, Oracle. There's a demo at least, alright. A CSGO launch pending Steam support. A zombie survival game online Inc. Let's see. So did they just make like kind of like the low poly Rust? Not low poly H1Z1. Back before it became Battle Royale. That's also where we were like running around, scavenging some like buildings and everything. And then they actually realized that, you know, Battle Royale is way more lucrative, and that's when the original concept was abandoned. See, Oracle, I see. Them not dropping them Slav habits there. I see how it is. He can get the Slav out of Slav country, but he can't get the Slav country out of Slav. I guess. H1Z1 originally, like before the Battle Royale mode, that was fun. I played with friends back in the day. Except like farming stuff was like way slow. And, like to get some guns or something, you needed to be super lucky to find them in some like local areas where you can scavenge. And those were the days, man. I mean, it looks alright, yeah. That looks alright. Pretty straight up name, yep. Exactly. Does look kinda okay though. I mean, what should like pump for some time? Like I can feel that already. This is the genre you need to farm if you want to farm, especially in early access and everything. Like almost anything survival just like explodes, especially with multiplayer and stuff. You see something completely lethal, shitload of people playing. You see something like looking more like another copy of Rust. Well, there you go. Another load of people there. It's insane. The Exit 8. The Psychological Horror. Endless Underground Passageway. So what was the name? The back rooms or whatever? The horror one. That was pretty much just like one asset, like one bundle of assets. But it suddenly took off. Because everyone started just like making using it for some first of like kind of like scuffed, you know, throwaway games, and then it suddenly, you know, actually became a thing. So I wonder if someone also just got like the new bundle of assets for this one. Or not this time. And this is actually some dang shit. Endless Underground Passageway. Actually, for that underground passageway, that looks very clean and everything. Tell you that. Tell you that. Alright. There's no mold, you know. There's no like pools of pee or something in the corners and everything. There's some like underground passageways here when you kind of like, you smell them already when you approach. You don't need to look for where they are. It is in Japan, I guess, true. Oh, there is an exit, them debating you. Yeah, that dude was kind of like, I don't know, not exactly the peak horror, but I guess. Hooked. PvPv extraction shooter. Ah, another one. Another one. Yeah, the graffiti on every wall, true. You get stabbed, yeah. Squad up with pals, explore mysterious island and battle monsters, solve puzzles, outfox enemies. Alright. And escape with the ancient treasures. I guess they mean like outwit. Midal games. Ah, I see. Midal games is, well, at least it was. They kind of changed some of the stuff. But yeah, it was mail.ru, the Russian company with a lot of PPG MMOs and everything that they are over monetizing. Soul puzzles. Some dang trailers, but the gameplay, dude. The gameplay. That's the real thing we want to see. 30th of November. So I'm gonna have a June Grail now. No actual gameplay though, seems like. You have the Paul and a Bang. They're going for like some of the comic book stuff. Doesn't look too bad, but I kind of noticed that a lot of this style in multiplayer games usually kind of like associated with something that's going to be closed in a few months. like the dodgeball one and all that, the Rumble whatever, Rumbleverse or something. They all kind of have this like cartoonish, a little kind of like simplified graphics and stuff, and they all get close very fast with their live services and stuff. Then that's a take on the extraction shooter. Let's see. Play for free in early access. I mean, we'll see, I guess, what it's gonna be. We'll see what it's gonna be. I'm surprised not more companies went for like dark and darker wannabes. There was only one so far. That niche seems a little less served. The shooters and stuff, there's plenty of. Horror-inspired pinball platform. Horror pinball? Interesting. Duke Nukem Big Shot Pinball. Damn, son. And got Duke himself. Some not familiar guys there. How even? How even? Oh, the Duke Nukem Pinball, man. So what's the horror part, though? That seems like just the one there. Like 4 Dark and Darkers, actually. Alright. Guess I'd be some of that. Dead by Daylight pinball. Then they just got like pinball out of every franchise there. Well, trailers are only for 2. That's some firehead away. I mean, it is kind of cool. Like, seems kind of well made, at least. It does seem kind of nicely made, eh? What do you have there? Yeah, his pinball. True. Wait, would that be? Wrath of the Elder Gods, Special Edition. Got some Cthulhu stuff there. Yeah, wait to think. I mean, kind of nice idea though. The killer tables. Interesting. They just got like a bunch of franchises and everything. The Thing pinball. Okay, what do you even have there? Chucky's Killer, Dead by Daylight, Duke Nukem, The Thing. Alright, that's it for now. Alright. Interesting. Yeah, like they added those like little gimmicks and everything there happening on the board. It's kind of nice. Like if it's not expensive and everything, then I mean that's a cool thing, I guess. A little fun service here and there. Oh yeah, the gangs of Sherwood. Oh, that one's gonna be. Oh wait a second, which one is this one? Oh, wait, is it the robotic? Yeah, it is the robotic one, alright. Solo or in co-op with up to 4 players. The Robohood. True and true. I mean, if you have an opportunity, like those guys don't seem AAA as fuck or something. They just got a bunch of franchises somehow, though. I'm not sure. I mean, there's some giga investors. Or they just managed to convince them to get in on some share or something. Some of these do get franchises, like the recent Disney whatever something Island or something, right? That was like pretty small studio and stuff working on that stuff. They managed to get the franchise for it. Dreamlight Valley, yeah. Was it Dreamlight Valley? No, Dreamlight Valley is a little kind of like more bigger one though. There was like the cartoonish one. It's Illusion Island or something? I don't remember. Wasn't it? Yeah, the 2D one. Actually, not sure if it's even available. It was a lot of games then. Nah. Yeah, we'll assume it's just not available here though. Like, do you look for Disney? First result Cuphead. Good shit, man. Good shit. The Hood? Oh, you mean the co-op one? The multiplayer one, sort of? Yeah. No, this one is like more like single, like okay, co-op, but like story centered. When it's Switch only, it could be actually, it could be. But yeah, they managed to get the franchise, you know, the rights to do the Disney stuff. Explosive action game for a 1 to 4 player set in a reimagined world of Robin Hood. Powers of Philosopher's Stones, the armies of the Sheriff of Nottingham are now stronger than ever. The people of England have never been so oppressed. Focus, hello. Doing good, man, doing good. How are you, sir? Mickey Mouse getting scared that children don't know what the fuck he is. I mean, kinda true, yeah. That is also not false. Combo style meter, yeah. Ace and everything there. It did look kinda cool. I just kinda feel it might be a little too, like, co-op centered, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, like the dang combos. The setting is kinda nice. It's kinda this, like steampunkish stuff, I guess. Like some sort of, like, retrofuturism, but, like, from, yeah, the Robin Hood era, I guess. See, it might be nice if you have especially someone to play it in co-op. It probably is very nice. More and more impressive combos and cooperate with other members of the team to achieve ultra satisfying combos. Alright. So this might indeed be kinda interesting. This was PvP, now it's actually story based and everything. Pre-order now and get up to 72 hours early unlock. The other one. A Reign of Dwarf. Damn, Steve got another game. The new gaming standard, yeah. Gotta get them FOMO taxing. Survive, farm, and conquer. It's the philosophy of a Reign of the Dwarf. Provide you with the tools, you choose how to use them. Go to war, make alliances, or hide away from the world. Oh yeah, my favorite. Smacking stuff with your fists there. Welcome to Ark. Strangely overworld for a dwarf game. True. Maybe you dig deeper later though. Maybe you'll start digging later. It doesn't seem like it actually. Meet new friends. Well, it's more like, you know, get ganked and lose all your shit. I would say. Explore points of interest. Yes, kind of surprisingly not a lot of dungeons, huh? There's the one, I guess. Fake dwarves. The bosses, them son. The little orc cyclops or something. I'm just cyclops. The 100 hours you can find it built underground. Yeah, I guess. Prepare your next siege. Yeah, that one multiplayer probably gonna be quite something there. Yeah, there's the PvP-ness. Multiplayer only, yeah. Yep. Got a bow even. Hey, Samper, hello. How we doing? Dink stuff. Apocalypse Party. 3D top-down roguelike game. Does that mean Survivor is like? Do be not loading. Gibbon. Yep, that does look Survivor is like. Actually, like with multiplayer, co-op or something. Dude, Steve, do it. A game that relies on steady high population to rule. Sounds good, Samper. Sounds good, huh? Chillin', we chillin' too. Silton, I see. The struggle, the struggle. Holo Parade. Is the VTuber shit now again? Is it like the official one or something already? Holo Indie. Damn, son. They got Forsen in there too. Nice. Everyone's in. The Hololive fun game. Let's see how it is. 2D tower defense. Collect your favorite characters. I see where that might be coming. Alright, no microtransactions. English, Indonesian, Japanese. Indonesia also going ham with that. Like Southeast Asia, some countries, Indonesia does count as SEA region, right, too? Like they are into some of that stuff insanely. Like Ragnarok Online still rolls super hard in that region. That Ragnarok Origins mobile shit that I was playing for a little bit on stream. But that stuff still has like the IRL, you know, events and everything there. Get you Ragnarok servers? I wish, man, I wish. I want some. Well, they got one not long ago, but that one is blockchain powered with NFTs and everything. Earn and play and earn, you know, play to earn. Welcome to the future of Ragnarok Online, man. Nice similar games, yeah, true actually. Dune, Spice Wars, and Hollow Knight. Because I guess strategy. How did Hollow Knight got in there though? Single player, indie, hand-drawn, cute. No idea. Totally very similar. Hololive Survivors is pretty good, I see. They did have do have Force in there too, I see. I don't see any hidden gems there. When do you hide my discovery again? Free stickers. Feels good, man. Let's go. Free shit. Gib. Got the pie. Feels good, man. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, that goes... where was the discovery? I already don't remember. Discovery queue. Lizard Survivors. Yeah, saw that one last week. And Beams got too far again. Beams got too far. Now Rebuke a Dungeon Master. 15th November. A dungeon in danger. A build, manage, and defend your tower in the satirical heroic fantasy universe. A dungeon of Rebuke. From a shaky establishment to an infamous lair. Kind of like the... like Dungeons 4. Dungeons. But different. And mostly positive though. Which is good, but still. Hero's Adventure, a route. Oh, is okay, I remember this one. That was the ODG RPG we saw last the week, yeah. Micro Civilization. 91% positive, huh? Yeah, that's the clicky one. Seems kinda dank. Sees the USA. And yeah, basically just kinda like try different factions there and then peace out. Naruto x Boruto. Damn son. Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. Did that already do his playthrough? He should, eh? Them all the versions there, holy shit. Deluxe Ultimate Sound Ultimate Bundle. Season Pass for the price of the whole game. Nostalgic anime song and item pack. Also for the price of the game. Oof. Gotta milk them Naruto enjoyers, dude, huh? Let's see how it is, huh? In some languages, all the dub is AI. Damn, son, they're already going ham there. I see. Yeah, I see like the full audio in some of them, I guess. Here we can. Ah, the voice actors and AI controversy. Alright, let's see. Oof. Now the reviews say disconnected from watches. Often a name gets censored. Oh, the good old Dark Souls way. Netcode is trashy. Story mode is trash compared to Storm 2 and 4, right? There'll be more content for the combination of about 7 games. If on big discount, not worth full price. Yeah, worse than the previous game in every aspect. Spoilers, one case. Yeah, seems like well, no one mentioning that controversy here, though, I see. So I guess even without it, they do have enough issues with the game. Seems like it. American Arcadia. So that one also before already. That one was like kind of out a little quietly, but I guess they did kind of decently there. Because like when it was like being announced in all the shows, it was like all over the place, and then it was kind of like poof, gone. Below the Stone is out too, huh? More dwarves used to another one. Nice but slow, I see. The OTK Games Expo Awards. Damn son, I already got that into Steam even. Insane. Gotta get all the accolades in. I wouldn't recommend it for $20 right now. In current state, wouldn't recommend. I see. Very buggy. Classic, classic. Storage house. Wait. That's a different one. Yeah, it's just like the style reminded me of another simulator that we saw last time. The storage hustle. There was like the auction thingy before. Also, I think about the storages and everything from Playway. So this one is kind of like the Playway getting more and more competitors there even. Yeah, Playway had something like that. Ah, what was the name of that one? Yeah, it was about like look for Playway and just find it in the list, but then I realized they have like hundreds of games there and DLC and stuff, so not sure. But I didn't even play that on stream. That was like the early Playway era, I guess, when it was still kind of fun playing those simulators. Kinda true, Window, kinda true, yeah. Build and fly realistic aircraft. Reform fuselage and wing editor tools. Tune your engines to recreate aircraft from any era or design your own. Damn, son. Insane. The Germans can enjoy these type of games. Well, some of those simulators were fun. And the drug dealer sim was fun. Like when the second one will be out, I probably will also play that. That would be nice. First one was fun. But some of them are just kind of like, why? Dust Front RTS. Damn, son. RTS Demon. Classic RTS grand strategy elements, non-linear campaign. Strategic maneuvers over beyond the base, cannon fodder, stomp them Stone Age with carpet bombing. And it was pretty nice stylistically. I like that. See, I see. Been up to in the spare time. Like editing VODs, uploading VODs to YouTube, getting clips as the YouTube shorts, you know, answering the emails and stuff. And then maybe you have like a couple of hours when I just like, enough of the sitting on the fitball and I just like lay down in bed with my phone for a bit. That's pretty much it. Sometimes going for walks with friends. On day offs, like going to stores and everything too. That's pretty much it. Nothing super crazy, really. Ain't nobody got time for that. Diablo 4 is on the break for now, though. Until the event is out, probably. Then we maybe will grind the event and stuff. But yeah, we did the Diablo 4 with friends, too. Needs Team Capsule and actual key art, yeah. This one I'm not sure if it's like that super crazy Pogi one though. Yeah, the backpacks are the only one. Well, I mean, some weapon skins are kinda okay, but you barely see the weapons anyway. From the regular perspective. But yeah, the backpack and stuff. We'll see how easy and how hard it's gonna be to farm it. But yeah, we probably will. Still technically didn't finish like all the quests yet. Do have a little bit left there. But yeah, do you really like the style? A global economy, advanced technology branches, garrisons, simultaneous planning, and turn-based movement. That looks really good, eh? See, window, I see. I kinda want to be done with it faster and just like forget about it until the next season, which will be already in January, so you know. Just don't want to burn out on it too much. Like I already kind of like was playing mostly because friends were playing, and also to finish the season, I guess. But yeah, I just kind of like yeah, Diablo 4 actually this season is really good. Like this season is really fun. It's just that like, you know, farming, like done with the stream and go and start Diablo 4 and then sleep, and it's just like in the morning you wake up early, start like, you know, doing all this like the other hustle basically for the stream, and it's just kind of like, dude, sometimes you just want to lay down and do nothing or something, at least get out from the PC, you know, especially with the fitball. Sometimes you kind of want to rest a little, you know. But I mean, yeah, the grind, man. Now sometimes in the evening I already do like some of the VODs, so I don't do them in the morning. The boss material grind? Yeah, solo is really bad. Like, multiple people is doable. It's tolerable, but yeah. It is a little... They buffed it though. The Hell Tide at least is easy now. Well, still need to invest time, but you know, doable. And now it's like now it's actually Varshan is being annoying. Let's see what I see. Find the exercise ball is actually alrighty. Like when you play games, especially, it's good. Like when you kind of focus on the game and everything. When you don't, like right now, for example, reading, then you start like, you know, like moving on it all the time, which I guess is actually kind of a good thing though, making you move a little, not just sitting still all the time. But it's all right. Got used to it, and it's nice. It's actually nice. But Casella's strong now. Could be, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. Well, for me, it's kind of easier, right? Because of like my size and my weight, I kind of like have a way better stability on this ball, so I don't really need like to balance myself as much as probably some like lighter and smaller person needs. I have it like more like not like a ball, but more like, you know, already like the oval, I guess. Let's put it that way. So it's a lot more stable. So it's easier for me. Don't really need to balance much on it. Yeah, this one we saw last week too. Some insane multiplayer stuff. The egg, yeah, sorta. The exercise egg, yeah. Yeah, it's nice in general. Like, if you can use it like temporary, it's good. The problem is I don't have like the proper chair or something to like switch it around a bit. But yeah, that's why I'm kind of like trying to like have some time either like in the morning after I'm done with all the VODs and stuff, or just go like to some store or something with friends, or just for a walk. Usually to the store. I'm just like not a huge fan of just walking aimlessly, you know. Even in the evening I just like try to like, you know, go just like lay down in the bed. Need to get back to reading. I just kind of like can get around to it. Have my like the ebook charged and everything waiting. Backpack battles. Dude, I kind of got lost there. There's Backpack Hero. There's Backpack Heroes. I think, right? There's Backpack battles. There's Backpack something else also, wasn't it? So Force play this. Wait, this in particular? I think it was maybe probably another one. This one's pretty good. Backpack builder meta, yeah. This one? Actually, this one? Wait, is it like out on like Epic or something? Because it's April 2024. It's backpack even then. Oh, the demo is getting updates. Okay, I see. Oh, yeah, this one is the... when you... Okay, yeah, it's this one then, yeah. Backpack battles, then there's backpack... Backpack. Where is that? Yeah, the Backpack Hero, that one I played. There is also... was it the Heroes? No, not Heroes. Heroes. No? I saw something like that too. I think it was like on Twitch or something, like putting the game category in, and just like got me suggestion for some other stuff too. The backpack hentai game, you just like need to like put the all your waifus like in the right poses and everything there in the backpack, I guess. With the right toys or something, and then they match and everything. There you go. There's an idea for it. You get an animation. Easy life. Time. What was the... Kagura Games or something? You can hire me. Who else is doing the Kumir stuff? There was some like in Romania or something also. I forgot the name. The publisher of the Kumir games there. I read like an interview of a guy who gave up on like the regular game dev and just went to make Kumir games. Alright, check this stuff. Let's see the stores. The guy that made the video has some Coomer shit armor on. I mean, some people do play it like that. Like, I have a friend who literally just, like basically, if it's not some, like, you know, AAA huge game for, like, PlayStation especially, like Spoodermon or something, then he only, like, considers the games when you have some, like, Coomer stuff, some Booba and everything. Like, he doesn't like MMOs, but, like, when it's, like, Blade and Soul or something he was playing, literally his argument, like, why he's playing it, because of the Booba shit. That's pretty much it. Always plays, like, female characters and everything. Yeah, the most Coomer possible. Treasure of Nadia. Thank you, GOG. From Boomer Games to Coomer Games, huh? Well, I see. Kabidori. Kabidori, I don't remember. I tried that maybe long ago or not. Maybe not. It's a full-on porn game, I bet. They still didn't add any like filters or something for that stuff. Like, come on, dude. Don't want that shit. Swear the body yet? Well, I mean, like, if you look at, like, Kagura or something, what they publish and shit, like, probably, like, 90% or something is just, like, literally RPG Maker, basic assets and everything. And, well, in some custom art put on that. As in, like, some scenes just made for it, which is, like, static pictures mostly. That's pretty much it. Like, you played one. If you played even more than one, then you can already start recognizing, you know, like the sound bits and everything. Music is playing. It's just like, yeah. The playway of Coom, yeah, sorta. But people play for those arts and unique animations, basically, that's it. So it's pretty low, probably, expenses on making. Just like commission those arts and everything. So the expert, I mean, I played a few, of course. I'm an avid gamer, man. You need to know. You need to know how those work too. This is the USA. Always have positive reviews. I think I saw some mixed ones before, but yeah, mostly. And yeah, they're just like pumping a shitload of them. Not even like bothering with some unique stuff, I guess. Like some new assets or something to use, some tile sets. Heroes 5 on sale, all Heroes on sale, yeah. It's the Black Friday sale too, they have. Uncharted series on GOG even. See what do I say? The underground sources, them son. The Coomer review blogs. A battle sector 50% discount. Gothic on sale, then get it. Heroes 3 on sale. Get that too. It actually upped the price a little, I think. A little bit. Yeah, I think this sale, that seems kinda more like the old price, to be honest. Even though back in the day I bought like the full series for like $5 or something. Which I mean kinda close. See what can I say? Yeah, the Witcher 3 modding tools they're working on. Harbor of the Gods. Yeah, Jack the Lion's 34% discount. The base price is also pretty good. Like, dude, that was like really good. Jack the Lions I did really enjoy. If not for the move, I probably would even continue going. But I did kind of go far in it, and it was really nice. Did enjoy it a lot. Heroes 5 for $2.5. Damn son. Complete series for 35, yeah. They did get some there, and yeah. 69% discount, by the way. That's a sign. That's a sign. It might be a little bit of a regional price, though. I'm actually... I have no idea what kind of region I have here. I tried to look into it. It says, like, Armenia there in the account, but I think it's, like, all over the place. Include 3. Yeah, it should be 1 to 6, I think, yeah. It should. 0 Kiwami, Kiwami 2, 3 remastered, 4 remastered, 5 remastered, and 6, yeah. 0 to 6 even. Yes, you were right. Silverfall? Yeah, I wanted to get the... Oh, the GOG version. We'll see, I can't right now, no, I mean, I can, but I just need to activate my my dollar card to do that. I still didn't do that yet, and I'm probably not gonna do it until it's over. 27th, 28th. But it'll be until evening 28th, then maybe. I wanted to actually... I was looking in Silverfall, and I saw that the Steam version is pretty scuffed. So, like, on Steam I could buy it. It's also on sale on Steam, and I could buy it on Steam. I have some on the wallet, and it's easier to put money on the Steam wallet for me. But here I need to get my dollar card. And then I would buy it. Yes, is what I say. Rush that story there. See, a Silverfall I could, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe on Winter Sale or something. Steam is also good. We'll see. The GOG should be easier, so I'm just gonna get it on like Winter Sale or something. Just need to remember. I have it on my wishlist on Steam, but still need to remember. Need to remember. Alright. Nothing crazy here. Seed of the Dead. Yeah, like you see something about like, you know, seed and some weeb shit on the thumbnail on GOG. I'm not sure if I want to open any of that. Slave 0x. Those are all cool. I see, alright. Figured. GOG became a minefield now too, also what to open and what not. Gibbon is already a little better with that, with filters and stuff. Still, some things kind of trying to slide through sometimes. Sometimes. Alright, let's see the bin and get to the news. Yeah, there wasn't that much happening. Oh yeah, wait a second, we need to do the Steam stuff. Yes, so Epic has the Black Friday sale too. They have the coupon, so 33% on purchases, which is pretty much all the purchases except like DLCs and stuff, I think. And you get 10% cashback, so you can actually get some of the new games with pretty solid discount. Tell you that. Yeah, the region here is also all over the place. Like, technically you can apply the coupon to that and get even more discount. Oh yeah, Deliver as Marses were free. Kick. That's supposed to be the super epic, super cool game with NFT guy. Now, what, like half a year later? Boom, free on Epic. Didn't go that well. Starship Troopers Extermination. Aya and Naya. Yeah, that's like Epic became also like an interesting place there. Was it Deliver as Mars? Oh yeah, it was for Solis. True, actually, it was. Yeah, it was for Solis. Deliver as Mars was also a new one though, like around the same time. Like that was the 2 or 3 like Space Mars whatever games in a row. That's actually true. That's actually true. Hypentropy. Even got a butter to get that, I see. The Morin Forsaken Dungeon. Wonder what she's doing there. I wonder. Yeah, Epic became like complete garbage to navigate. Like it was garbage all the time to navigate, but at least there was like small amount of games, so it was doable. Now it's complete trash. I guess like top sellers, most played and stuff. You just in wishlisted. You just check and forget about it. Yeah, the top upcoming wishlist is kind of like the room, you know, the room that is like pumped with copium. Skull and Bones, Wolf Amogus, Black Myth Wukong, Frostpunk, Horizon Forbidden West PC. See what can I see? See browsing stuff. No, I mean like the offers like that are insane though. Like the 33% discount for everything. Like you want Robocop or some London Wake you want with 33% discount. Like there you go, bro. Use the coupon, take also 10% cashback for whenever you want to buy something else with the coupon next time. It's good. It's actually good. Warhammer Realms of Ruin if you want. Yeah, no. Or you want just to fill the bag with a bunch of the games and then use the coupon to get even more discount. Sure. But yeah, the functionality and interface is atrocious. I do agree. At that, I do agree. I just kind of don't know what I want. If I want, like nowadays, I'm just like trying to like only buy stuff when I like know that I need it like soon, or if it's like already at the lowest. Like if it's some old games, I don't mind buying them because, you know, they're probably not gonna get cheaper, and if anything, they might get more expensive. Like some games recently did from the old ones, so it's not a bad idea to buy some old stuff that's not gonna get cheaper. But something like, I don't know, like, yeah, like Witchfire, which I was kind of interesting to play, but I might as well just wait. There's like such a huge backlog of things to play that I just gonna wait and get it like at some point later, even cheaper or in some subscription. True focus, true. Been some time already too. Like I'm kind of like not, you know, like the epic hating or something. I don't really mind it, but like, dude, the usability and stuff is garbage. Too many games to play already there, Steve. True, exactly. That's the thing. Like if there will be some like dang boomer stuff, but for boomer stuff, 33% discount already not that crazy usually. So whatever, and nothing new I really kind of want right now. I just like kind of like follow, you know, the punches. Like there's send me stuff to review, I just work with that, and some stuff get like, you know, Game Pass, like Starfield for example, stuff like that. Because there's so much to play that I can just wait. And then at some point, if I miss something, I can return to it like later when it's, you know, on Game Pass again, or when it's on big sale. It's just a little more financially rational, I feel. Replay all the CRPGs over and over again. I mean, I still have plenty to play. Don't even need to replay yet. That already will take a while. If I'll go and replay something, which I want to some. Need to get the Insomnia the Arc again. That will be some... I checked it last week, I think. The trip down the memory lane there. That was one of the first I played. The first RPGs I played on stream. That was starting in 2018 also. That was good. It was broken as fuck though. Like I literally needed to put the game away for a month just to wait until they patch the ending, because you get hard lock completely at the last part of the main quest. So No one could finish the game without cheat engine or something. So literally needed to wait for a month for them to fix that. But it still was really good. So yeah, we'll replay this one eventually, and that'll be good memories. That was super cozy to play. Baldur's Gate the Rogue Trader is coming. Rogue Trader, yeah. The Rogue Trader soon too. Wrath of the Righteous I haven't played also, yep. That is also there somewhere. Alright, let's get to the news. Well, let's start with this one then. That's a good one. That's an interesting one. We'll have our game dev enjoyers around there. The game dev enjoyers around them. Nods everywhere. Small games can be good for AAA studios and directly contributed to big RPGs like Avowed and The Outer Worlds 2, says Obsidian's Josh Sawyer. Pentiment and Grounded were extremely valuable for Obsidian. Sawyer discussed a game scope in response to a Twitter post from Jerris Dianingana of EA Studio Cliffhanger Games, currently at work at that Black Panther game. Dianingana argued that would be nice to have big AAA studios making and not publishing more small-scope games, pointing to AA examples like Hi-Fi Rush from Evil Within Studio Tengu Gameworks. Hi-Fi Rush, yeah, Hi-Fi Rush is actually like AA. I would rather like point towards something smaller than Hi-Fi Rush, even maybe. Yeah, more variety and experimenting, releasing more games in the same company more often. Nice for the mental to work on other things, and not everything has to be big. That is absolutely true. I do agree with that a lot. Other game developers echoed Deningana's thoughts in the replies. The Brothers Games Montreal writer Amij Dyer reckons that AA games on a AAA budget with the AAA team would probably lead to best games of all time. In threaded response, Sawyer argues that even smaller, true single-A games could have... Well, that's what we were talking last week, right? How we should, like, scale the games, right? Like the discussion about what is indie and not. Like AA, AAA, just A is already a thing, you know. I like that kind of scaling. I wonder where indie will actually end up then. The indie or quote-unquote indie, you know. There's also an upside for the bottom line, which is staff retention. Sawyer points to expanding AAA development cycles as one potential cause of industry burnout and developer turnover. Yep. I do think so. On long projects with large headcounts, especially ones fraught with staffing and scheduling issues, high turnover is not uncommon. This turnover can occur at all levels, resulting in the loss of a lot of institutional knowledge, and in some cases, devs leave the industry entirely. And I mean, like, when you work on like a huge project, like with a shitload of people, right? Like your contribution doesn't like feel that like massive, right? If you don't do like especially something like, you know, that is like front and forward, like if you are not like some sort of like artist that made like the main character or some shit, and you can say, oh, I made this, but you just kind of like UI designer or artist or something, right? Like there's like some like little like flower in the corner of the menu, and you're like, I made this, and like everyone's like, who gives a shit about this trash, dude? Come on, like some random normie, you know, like with the Doritos crumbles in the corner of his mouth. Like, who gives a shit about that, man? And it would be just kind of like discouraging, I guess, when you work for like 7 years on something and you kind of like can't even say that, like, you know, it's mine, like I made it. It's like small projects in this sense, I feel are really good, because you have like more like of the ownership on that. I mean, you can be done with them faster. If you work on something for 7 years and nothing like still happens. I'm not even talking if you like got fired or left or like cut like recently, right? And you like work for like 4 years and then you are not even like working on it anymore and you didn't finish it. And you can put it in the resume or something because it's under NDA still until it's out. And when it's out, like recently, they're just gonna cut you out of credits and everything because you left. You're just kind of like, bruh. Like, I just like wasted fucking 3 or 4 years of like stress and everything doing this shit. Fuck you, dude. I just gonna go work in some like bank on like the fucking front end or back end shit and like earn like twice as much with less hustle or something. True, true. Single A is Dave the Diver. Like, if we talk A's, right? Like, I would say like the A gradation should be used for games with publisher money. And then like the number of A's is basically not the size of the budget, but kind of size of the game, I guess. So like it's all kind of technically like AAA because of the publisher. But because some of them smaller, it might be like AA, just A. But then like you still kind of need like more of the gradation there. Many devs will slog to a release and then either immediately leave or get laid off because the execs need 1/3 of the stuff to go into pre-production on the next game. The loss of institutional knowledge is devastating at the team level, where execs often don't perceive the effects. The gap between massive projects like this is where AA or single A games could come in. If a company has the funds to bridge the gap between projects using an A or AA game as a way for hopefully not completely burned out devs to refresh and recharge can be a good thing. Sawyer says that making games of this scale has tangibly benefited Obsidian, which is best known for mammoth RPGs like the upcoming sequel The Outer Worlds as well as VOD. Well, I mean, we don't know how mammoth those will be, you know. Too early to say. Square puts the studio's survival game grounded in the AA camp and classes narrative adventure Pentiment as single A, and says both have directly contributed to how we think about current and future projects. Doesn't name Outer Worlds 2 and about here, but those are the only known upcoming Obsidian games. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, I do agree with that for sure. I do. If anything, I would rather just take those like smaller games for sure. Pentiment single A, yeah, I do think so. It's a game with pretty much like sort of unlimited budget, right, of Obsidian and Microsoft, but the scale and the size is small, yeah. Now, where the Outer Worlds 2 being made, yeah, for a while already. Outer Worlds 2 and about, they're working on both. And I think there was even something else that they're working on that is not announced. But I think it was already hinted before that they're working on something. So it's not exactly a dead secret. Alright, continue with them news. Scrolling it up. Ubisoft pulls advertising from X. Publisher joins the likes of Apple, IBM, and Disney in removing ads from the social media platform. Now that's already like, you know, after all doomsaying that it's gonna die, when like all the advertisers started to pull from that shit, that's already a little bit worse for Twitter. Just waiting for all those advertisers to start looking for some other platforms and rising some other platforms too. And then we're gonna be moving from that piece of shit full of spam and other stuff, where you also get like completely cocked out of any discoverability if you don't pay for the check mark. Yeah, this shit though. Classic. Bots are rampant now? Yep. They take like new strats and everything. Yeah, I got one today also blocked. They were like trying to do the DMs and everything. Now I see they try to just like tag you in some and like see some notifications opening. Ah, I see, alright. That's the block, bro. And the report. CLSC. Frostpunk I can't call it indie anymore. Well, I mean, you still can, because it was made back then, right? Like, if it will be made now by those companies, then it already wouldn't be indie. But if it was made when they still were kind of small, then why not? Niantic pushing for arbitration ahead of sexual bias lawsuit hearing. Superior Court judge blocks Niantic's motion, enabling the class action to proceed. Like, what is this shit, man? The Pokemon Go developer. So what was exactly the thing? Suit was filed against Pokemon Go developer earlier this year by a former employee who alleged there was systematic sexism at the company and that she was being paid less than male colleagues in lower positions. The amended complaint with the second plaintiff and further claims that sexism was filed in September, with the two former employees describing a studio as a boys' club. Yeah, they're all trying to get that into the arbitration. Like, what is this, dude? Class action lawsuit, strike the class action lawsuit and instead move to arbitration, claiming that the plaintiffs agreed to this in their offers of employment. Niantic also argues that the plaintiffs' claims of discrimination, harassment, retaliation, and more are all covered by the arbitration agreement. Oh, okay, alright. Interesting. Noting that their attempts to shoehorn their claims into sexual bias dispute is meritless. So, like, discrimination, harassment, retaliation, everything is covered by arbitration. So, like, some manager, you know, gonna be touching you places, and then that same manager gonna be like an arbiter on the inside court or something. Like, I really don't understand this. Like, arbitration shit is so dumb, man. It's like, let the people who kind of potentially part of the issue just, you know, be the judges. All right, good idea, man. Good idea. The sexual harassment, well, I mean, true, but still, like, harassment in general, even, like, why? Probably next gen, probably, yeah. Arbitration agreement states that claims of sexual harassment, sexual assault, and sexual bias are not covered and call for the judge to dismiss developer's motion. Well, at least it was actually dismissed, though. Doubleton. Unlucky. Unlucky. Take Warsada. No, not any, we're just getting started. Nothing we be yet really in the news. Let's see. Well done getting that publicity there, yeah. Yes, at least that got declined. Yeah, all the like arbitration, I feel it should be for like some like very, very like mild, small issues. So you don't like, you know, like bother the higher powers with some petty stuff. But like, dude, in some situations, like if it's something like if it's two employees or something having some issue between each other or some shit, that's one thing, right? That's fine for arbitration. But if someone has like issue with the company as a whole, then like arbitration shouldn't be there, because like that will be the company being the judge of that. That's weird. Why is that a thing? Spirity amasses $1 million in revenue. Fantasy Life Sim hits the sales figure a week after release. Yeah, that publisher did, by the way. Didn't get articles about that one though, but yeah, that was the publisher who after that went to Twitter to brag how they made 1 million. How their game did all that. and how no one of the content creators covered it while showing a screenshot with a bunch of like reviews, but that's like irrelevant people, you know, some small YouTubers and stuff. Who cares about those? Huh? And paying to big YouTubers, it's yuck. We made $1 million. Made $1 million, but like paying to some content creators for making them reviews? Nah. Time to go try to apply to Super Bowl and then complain that they ask for money or something, for a lot of money. Who would have thought? Well, at least guy kinda owned it and like apologized and stuff. Could like double down or something, you know, so... Not Sudokuing his business, at least there. China's game market to grow 5.2% this year. Nico Partners projects Chinese game revenue to hit 47.7 billion, more than offsetting last year's 2.5 dip. 734 million gamers planned. 2027 estimate. It's kind of not a lot of growth, I guess. Actually kind of makes sense though. But for 4 years, it's gonna slow down. And it's probably all mobile and stuff. They have the numbers on that. I guess they didn't post any of that here, but most likely. China's recovering video game market is good news amid the underwhelming post-COVID economy. A rebound brings more optimism to 2024 outlook. See more games launches and approvals, esports boom, as well as Chinese game companies' continued expansion. China will continue to play a vital role in the global games industry. Well, that could also kind of be just a delayed thing, because China went out of all the lockdowns and everything like way later. So that just might hit them later. But maybe not, we'll see. Oh, well, another one. Hold the Spergy every day for the gaming news indeed. Black Myth Wukong, a dev, accused of sexist recruitment and social media posts. What a twist. Allegations against the studio come during growing concerns of sexism within the Chinese games community. Well, they're probably about to open the Pandora's box to learn that a lot of those communities, a lot of those... like, how do you say even, like the whole markets, I guess, regions and everything are still full of it. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. Doesn't mean that it's right and good, but it do be like that. And that requires a long process of changing it. A long process. It ain't that simple. And sadly, in some places, they don't want to change that. That's the thing. Sometimes even on the law basis. And considering a lot of like big publishers, you know, big developers and stuff, big creators of movies and everything, right? They kind of like ready to bend for those like local traditions, I guess. Let's put it that way. The backwards traditions and everything, just to make some profits, you know. Like the Star Wars, for example, the Star Wars banner and everything, right? All those things. When they still keep doing that, then why would you make, like, you know, the Pikachu faces then? If all the big corp is playing into it. True, untrue. Silicon founder lead artist Yang Chi wrote a lengthy Weibo post saying games for men and women differ due to biological differences. Then drew on various stereotypes concerning the interest of the two genders, suggesting he would need to take up those of women to make soft and effeminate things. Well, I mean, sure, it's also like 2013, dude. Like, if you're gonna be digging like 10 years ago, then even like from Western countries, you're gonna find quite some interesting stuff, probably. But it's just in general thing, you know, not this particular even thing, but in general. They gonna be like, a lot of people gonna be very surprised how some of them, they didn't go to like, you know, like the Middle East, North Africa region, right? They didn't go like in general, kind of like African region, and some other Asian countries didn't go like here, for example. Let's put it that way. Port also alleges that back in 2015's game science recruitment ads featured sexist images and headlines, which IGN said that it was verified. One of the posters read, "Don't screw your colleagues." It also implied that friends with benefits was a perk at the office. Another ad was allegedly fatphobic towards potential job seekers. 2020 Game Science co-founder Feng Ji reflected on a video of Wukong going viral on Weibo. Feng expressed his thoughts using some graphic sexual language. That also might be just kind of like how people swear though in places, because a lot of swearings in some languages are quite sexual, let's put it that way. Broader issues of sexism within the Chinese games industry. These cases involve Gunfire Reborn developer Dewey Games. Said CEO Zhu Bo fired 11 female staffers as part of an internal investigation. An employee alleges that CEO Hu Bo laid off the women because he didn't want another feminist bitch at the studio. Well, that is already a very PPG, alright? That is Giga PPG already. But yeah, that's said. That's the Pandora's box he opened it. And the main thing, like, you know, is living in, well, right now, obviously, a different country, right? But in the previous one, that was like absolutely normal. And things that were kind of like trying to change that, they kind of were starting to appear, but I think nowadays they all gonna get shut down and everything. Char shoots you at the desk, yeah. Say that now. Well, I mean, that was 2020, so that's a little more fresh. But yeah, that's it. Like in a lot of those markets, that's still kind of normal. Doesn't mean that it's good, but yeah, as I said, like when other markets also like play into it by changing, you know, stuff and like bending to their standards and everything, then that's not gonna change. That's not gonna change there. And the law and everything is also kind of on that side there, most likely. So they're not gonna get any repercussions for that or something, you know. A game maker offers more free options for non-commercial use. Platform also rolls out a one-time fee for commercial license use instead of a recurring subscription. There it is, another W, man. Seen other platforms making awkward moves with their pricing and terms, so we thought, what if we did the opposite? Something that could actually be good for developers. Our success is measured by the number of people making games. So now we have the $100 a one-time pay, and you get pretty much everything except the console experts. Like the console versions you still need to have like subscription for, but I think that's part of like the, well, what consoles kind of need. Like there are some nuances with those ports and everything. Or you need like constant like update or something, or some sort of license running for that. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, basically everything but console versions you can just make for free, non-commercial or commercial, just pay $100 and you have it. Which is good, because subscription I think was like, much was it, like 30, 50 bucks per year or something. So pretty much, you know, 2 years and you have the permanent one. It used to be permanent before, then they switched to subscription. Now they returned again, which is good, huh? That is good, huh? That was actually my story of the, like I was when I was starting with the ideas about like trying some game dev stuff. That was actually the game maker then, because I heard like, oh, they have like this like one-time license. If you get it, then you know, That's a good option. So you don't need to mess with all these different like types of license, types of subscription. Just, you know, pay once, get it, and all good. But they stopped doing that. Only a subscription left. So that's when I went to one of the key selling sites, because they still had like the old keys left for the permanent subscription apparently. And there was one, supposedly. So I bought it, and when I activated it, it ended up being a subscription for a year, which was promised as the permanent license. So I went, like, reported the seller and everything, and seller was like, bro, cancel the report, please, man. I'll return you the money and stuff. Alright, I guess, sure, fine. So he returned the money, and I still activated the key already for the subscription anyway, so... Free subscription, I guess. Not that I really needed it in the end, though, because we went with Unity. But now you can actually get the permanent license, though, which is good. But now, yeah, now that Unity also kinda got a little bit of PPG moves there, that's gonna be the good old time. Probably kinda soon, when I'm done with Starfielding and moving to the full-blown PC. Because today I was already suffering. Like, I have, like, basically, what, Starfield, Diablo, Cyberpunk installed, waiting for when I'm gonna play that. And a few, like, of the smaller, like, the indie games and everything. For, like, my regular playthroughs and everything, and the First Look Friday. And pretty much no space already. I have, like, 90 gigs left or something. And I'm like, well, shit. There's Fallout 76 that I want also to revisit. Then, you know, there may be some new games. And then you need to make the videos and everything. They also take space. So, yeah, this laptop's hard drive is not, well, SSD is not that crazy big. So that's the extra motivation to get that PC up and running. And that's when we're gonna return to the game dev stuff. That's when it's gonna be time. Damn, stay 45 minutes. Unlucky. That's a big unlucky there. Plague Tale Requiem reaches 3 million players. Asabo's title released on several platforms, including Game Pass. That's why they're going the 3 million players and not the copies. Published by Focus Entertainment. Yeah, but Game Pass, that's not like super impressive. But I mean, still good though. They still also got added later to Game Pass, I think. So they managed still to sell a whole bunch. Well, there's an update, 5th of December though, the Atlantic City, so that's why I'm gonna return. Gonna check what's an update at least, then we'll see. It was day 1 Game Pass? Really? Plague Tale? Day 1? Alright. Then yeah, then 3 mil... over a year doesn't seem like that crazy, really. I guess it's still kind of a bit of a niche game, though, but yeah, still. Like Atomic Hearts, Hi-Fi Rush, those got like hit 5 mil pretty fast, I think. With Game Pass. Day 1. Sony fails to block lawsuit over PlayStation Store prices. Case could cost the firm up to £6.3 million in damages. Damn, how they can recover from that. Lawsuit concerns 30% commission Sony receives on all purchases could cost the platform holder up to £6.3 million in damages. The firm argued the case was flawed from start to finish, as the competition law over the store prices. Flawed from start to finish, but the Competition Appeal Tribunal ruled has confirmed it will go ahead. Is the first step in ensuring customers get back what they are owed as a result of Sony breaking the law. PlayStation gamers' loyalty has been taken advantage of by Sony, who has been charging them excessive prices for years. Significant that the competition court recognized Sony must explain these actions by ordering them to trial, seeking to put a stop to this unlawful conduct and ensure customers are compensated. Sonia ripping people off by charging commission on digital games and in-game items sold on the PlayStation Store, which the company has a 30% cut of on all purchases. Filing claim that consumers who have purchased anything in the PlayStation Store since August 2016 were entitled to compensation. However, the Competition Appeal Tribunal ruled that those who have made purchases after the lawsuit was filed won't be included. It's billion actually, is it? A billion sounds already better. Yeah, like if it's that much, if it's that like wide of range and everything, it should be insane. Actual billions then. The readers. $7.9 billion, yeah. Now that's already way better. Now that is already way better. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking already. Time for Microsoft to buy Sony. That would be the twist, man. That would be the twist. Yeah, that is already chunkier. That is already way more impactful. Yeah, the Jim Ryan managed to jump the ship in time, I guess. Still less than Sony paid for what Sony paid for Bungie. Yeah, they just need to pay the money back, but with the the Bungie shares or something. True, untrue. Gonna lose a whole Bethesda there, yeah. Report: 83% of mobile games fail in the 3 years after launch. Superscale research also finds 43% of games are dropped during development. Make mobile games, they said. Make easy money, they said. Failed in 3 years, while 43% cancelled during development. According to reports, 76% of launch games reached peak revenue within the first year, but only 4% reached this peak during the second year. Report also found that while over half of developers use live ops in their games, 38% don't release regular content or updates, with less than half releasing monthly updates to their games, leading to just 5% of games receiving support 7 years post-launch. Peace Ultras, hello. Despite the failure rate of a new title, 78% of developers prefer working on them. However, over a third of respondents said that uncertainty in the industry is stopping them from developing new games. 30% feeling as though the current market is too difficult to succeed in. As a result of 2/3 of studios having to conduct layoffs, downsize, or cut budgets, according to Superscale's report, with 29% of developers cutting their user acquisition budget. These are volatile times for the games industry, said Superscale CEO and founder Ivan Taransik. Many mobile game developers are finding it hard to remain profitable in the face of challenges such as ATT, heavy competition in the mature mobile market, and macroeconomic conditions like high inflation. Findings from the Good Games Don't Die white paper serve as a wake-up call for the industry, a source for inspiration with actionable data, and equipping developers and publishers with insight on how revenue can be maximized across their portfolio for games both new and old. Shoot untrue. Cancel their multiplayer thing after Bongo talk shit, yeah. The market too difficult. I mean, it do be though. The mobile market especially. That shit is very dank. Like if you don't have some budget for a user acquisition, you might not have any users. Steam's USD currency change for Argentina and Turkey results in game price hikes. Argentinian users still have to pay high sales taxes for purchase alongside these newer sales prices. Yep, those markets are gone for, dude. Steam users took to Reddit to express their frustrations with the changes. For example, Stardew Valley jumped in cost by 2,900% due to the new currency system. However, PC Gamer notes that price changes have not been drastic across the board. Take the year's biggest games, for example. Baldur's Gate 3 has gone up from converted peso price of 28.25 to $35. An increase of 24%. Starfield has gone up by the same amount from 33.91 to 42. Well, the thing is, I am almost certain that PC Gamer probably used the converter that uses official like peso to dollar conversion that no one else uses. Because that conversion is absolutely not true. And like the real price of the peso to dollar is a lot worse. So yeah, it's probably the hike was still way higher than that. Like it wasn't like $28 most likely. It was like 20 at best, I would assume. And also not to mention that some of these already kind of had kind of scuffed regional pricing anyway, so Argentinian Steam users also have to pay high taxes in addition to listed Steam game prices. Exchange rate volatility in Argentina and Turkey in recent years made it hard for game developers to choose appropriate prices for their games and keep them current. And I mean, that's the thing, like exchange rate volatility, in my opinion, right? If you sell something on the market, like exchange rate volatility shouldn't really be your concern. Like it doesn't matter how much, like if someone earns like, I don't know, 1,000 peso, it doesn't matter. Like if that 1,000 peso costs like 20 bucks or 30 bucks or 40 bucks, they still earn 1,000 peso and they can buy like same pretty much kind of amount of food and everything with that 1,000 peso, right? So if you kind of like adjust the price and just make your game more expensive, like they didn't become richer because their currency is, you know, cheaper or something, right? Doesn't use regional pricing whatsoever. Yep. Yeah, I said like some of these don't even do that. So yeah, I'm not sure how they were calculating all that. Argentina is in hard mode. Yeah, it's like the thing is like it's for for local players. That's gonna be insane. That's gonna be brutal. Now I can tell, for example, for like prices here for the prices like back home, like if you make like the proper, you know, like 70-80 bucks prices there, like no one's gonna be buying shit. Like nope. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, so that all kind of seems like the calculations are not very right. But yeah, the thing is like it's like there was like another 1 second article. It was kind of like opinion article. I don't do those, but since it's about this whole situation, might as well get some points there too. Yes, it's about the older original pricing there. Alright, so yeah, they basically kind of didn't warn ahead publishers to change the prices and everything, so yeah, it got like some insane price hikes because publishers weren't prepared. But still, that's not gonna get better because it also like, you know, it kind of like caught the current conversion rate, which like spirals out of control real quick. So like those prices, like it's basically like publishers will need to adjust their prices if they want to like match the buying power of the currency. They will need to constantly adjust their prices, really. When before they could just like be attached to the currency, you know, like if people still earn the same amount of money, you know, and they can afford your game, but if you make it more expensive, they're just not gonna be able to afford this game. Then like who needs the dollar prices and stuff? Just like stick the price to the amount that people, you know, can afford, and it's kind of also reasonable for you. Because also, like, I mean, it does suck, but I think it's better to maybe sell your game a little cheaper in those markets rather than don't sell it at all and get it like torrented basically from those markets. Especially since making those extra copies doesn't cost you anything. But yeah, one of the things here too was mentioned, I think. Yeah, there's like Japanese yen also doing the same stuff, like dropping in price compared to like dollar and everything. There's a lot of like inflation going, so like how are we gonna get that? How are we gonna get that? Yeah, yen may be worth less than USD and doesn't mean that they have any more of it to spend. Yeah, exactly. Salaries are, yeah. So like that's pretty much what it says. So like that's a different situation here. Yeah, all done, yeah. I mean, that's probably what they dream of. Maybe they will. Yeah, unit cost in terms of material distribution close to 0. Which, I mean, if it's digital keys, pretty much is 0. But yeah, so like the problem now is another one, which kind of caused that really. Like, like the volatility of some currencies is going for years. Like they started caring about it not because of that really, but they started because people are detailed instructions on how to use various combinations of VPNs, identity services, disposable prepaid credit cards, and gray market companies to access digital marketplaces intended for other countries proliferate on various forums. Argentina being a particularly popular country for this activity in recent years, at least according to the sheer number of posts about trying to access marketplaces like Steam through spoofing identification as an Argentinian customer. And there were some reports from some of the game studios, right? When like 80% of sales go from Argentina, for example. So that is a part of the reason. But the thing is, like, sure, okay, they closed like the hole that is like Argentina and Turkey, for example. Fine. You think all those people who did that with VPNs and stuff, they're gonna stop now? They're just gonna find a new country. They're just gonna find a new country with decent regional price, go there. Then all those publishers will go and start increasing prices there. And in the end, all this, like, you know, constant exchange of blows will end up with the fact that we're just gonna lose like pretty much all the regional pricing that way. But the people who suffer are the people who actually live there. Because yeah, like losing a regional pricing like back home or here, that would mean that people are just gonna go back to torrenting. Some people still already were doing it because it was still kind of expensive, right? But like it's gonna be way worse. Way worse. Yeah, pricing now is set very low to allow customers with weaker currencies and low purchasing power to buy games is now being used by customers with much stronger currencies and high purchasing power to get steep unintended discounts. Yeah, the Argentinian and Turkish game consumers have been caught in the middle of this. Now they're gonna be suffering. And that's, again, that's just the start. Response need to be measured and careful. All too often, in the past, attempts to secure media from piracy or grey imports have ended up inconveniencing legitimate customers without actually doing anything to stop pirates and importers. Yep. They really care, they do care. They do care. Well, that's the first thing first. Asia also needs the regional pricing. Let's start with that, right? Like, it's also not exactly like at Japan, right? And even Japan got like insane a drop in the currency value to dollar, right? So like if you adjust, it already will become kind of expensive. I mean, you live in the West, and do you think $80 for games is cheap? Like, it's good price. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people already kind of like, bro, $80 is a lot. Even in the West. And now you take, like, you know, like some other countries, $80 is way more there. So, nah, like the West and the, like, US and Europe, for example, are huge, but still, like, well, why do you think, like, they like bend backwards to try to sell their game in China or something? Because that market is huge. There's a shitload of money there. The targeted discounts for the affected areas. They just need to do some sort of like better, like, know your customer type of thingy, probably. Like, if you want to apply for some discount, if you want to have like the regional price, you just need to have like some sort of like confirmed account or something. Yeah, sure. Like, if you care about the privacy, don't want to fill that, your choice, sure, whatever. But like, yeah, if you want to get confirmed as the user of the regional pricing, need to prove it and then use it. I think that would be fair. $80 is fair for AAA games, in your opinion? Call of Duty with 4 hours campaign, for example? Nessie Uta Nessie. Classic. Yeah, like the thing is like why people started doing that, right? Like it was kind of, all of this was a thing for a while, for years. Like the regional prices, the regions with low, you know, prices for games, people using VPNs and stuff to get in those regions and stuff. That was around not even years, like decades already, I guess. Like at least a decade for sure. Like, it's not anything new. It just wasn't on such a scale. So like, why would all of a sudden now all the people, you know, started doing that? Why people would bother? I wonder why. Like, what happened? But I think what happened is they starting to cross, you know, the psychological marks with prices. Like, you know, like $80, okay, fine. Like $80, like for something like, I don't know, like Red Dead Redemption or something, when they asked for a little more than they usually were asking for AAA price back home, I didn't even like flinch. Like, that was like 25% increase in price compared to regular AAA. And I was like, all right, that's Red Dead Redemption. That's good shit. I'll buy it. No problems for me. But the thing is, like, the increase becomes way more than 25% already. And you also get, you know, such releases as, like, plenty of them this year, for example, right? With a lot of bugs, with a lot of issues. Shit just doesn't run properly. Then you have, like, all these, like, pre-orders with bonuses. Then you have, like, this, like, 3 days early access shit that you need to pay also. Then you get, like, season pass for $30 or something. Then you get, like, microtransactions for your shit in single-player game and everything. Really? $80 for all that? Just to pay some more later or something? So yeah, I think people just kind of, like, had a little bit of enough of that. And some people started discovering those methods to get games cheaper. Not even, you know... Like, I mean, before, like, yeah, I even remember, right? Like, when we had, like, the old AAA price, like, buying something just, like, some new AAA game was kind of like, alright, fine, man, just, like, I like it, I want this game, looks good, I gotta buy it. That was alright. And then, yeah, then all this, like, the price fiesta started happening, and you already kind of, like, think about it. Should I, you know? And the thing is, like, you also, like, back in the day, right? Like, when I was talking about that earlier, right? When you could just, like, go to the market and get all those, like, shady discs there, and that was the only way to obtain games here back in the day. And then, you know, Steam happened, and everyone started buying games, and, like me, my friends, actually, right? Like, no one resorted to, like, torrenting. And even, like, some, like, nowadays, right? Like, some games are blocked in Russia, for example. And, like, my friend is like, oh, man, I can't play this shit. I'm like, well, I mean, There are ways if you really want to, and he's like, nah, that's just like, I can't be arsed, man, already. I got too used to it. I just like, pay the money, get the game, and I play, no problems. So like people don't even like people are already like lazy to do that even, and then all of a sudden a whole bunch of people like bothering with VPNs, all this shit. It's not that simple. Just VPN not gonna be enough. It's way trickier than that, and people just kind of like bother with that all of a sudden. Like something must be not right, with this. Free-to-play game with the price tag, Diablo 4. I mean, so Diablo 4 out of those is kinda on the lower level, I'd say. Because, well, actually, now when they're gonna start pumping expansions and stuff, yeah, that's gonna be the same shit. They do have cosmetics that they sell, they do have the battle pass, and they still gonna sell you expansions later. So yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, price go up, the quality should go up, true. This is what I say. Yeah, we had the stadium with that shit back in the day too. Yeah, some stadiums just became huge markets. Now, back for me, it was like there was like this alley. It still is, but now it's like, beautiful alley with like benches and everything, trees. But back in the day, no benches or anything. There was just like lines of tents in this alley from like the metro to park. Two sides full of tents, and you can buy like in 4 spots probably. You could buy those discs and a bunch of other stuff. Clothes, everything. That's pretty much where we were going back then. Then they slowly moved to like already like established stores, and then they just kind of like disappeared. You come here, for example, now you go in town and you still have those stores with like discs and everything still, pumping. So yeah, I think people just kind of got tired of that shit already. Of the high prices and everything for God knows what. And that's why like it already like, it's kind of like the scale there. Like, can you be arsed, dealing with all these VPNs and everything? And, how much you are willing to pay. And the scale right now already kind of like, people already getting ready to mess with all the VPNs and stuff. And it's gonna be like they're gonna be switching those VPNs and everything until there will be no regional price left, basically. As soon as there are like people already on this like, path of war, they probably gonna continue until there is no more regional pricing ever. And when there is no regional pricing ever, that's when they're gonna start getting their shit pirated in crazy amounts. More piracy in those markets, yep. And acknowledge that as a consequence of the change without condoning it, and it may be a trade-off publishers consider worth it for stemming some of the abuse of these regional stores by people in other countries. Now, $60-$80 like quality products, like if you have the buying power for that, I don't see the issue with that either. Like, I do agree. Like, once in a while, if it's a good game, paying like the giga full price, if you live in the country where you can afford it, like, mind you also that, right? Like, we need to like keep the buying power in mind. Because, for example, like even in Europe, there is a huge, the pay disparity and everything. And in some countries, like, paying $80 for something is a lot. Like here, for example, $80 is how much it will be in local currency. 36,000, I think, $80. Yeah, 36,000. But then you get salaries, like good salaries, like 100,000. So basically, like 100,000 is okay. 150 is good. Over that is insanely good. So basically, like 20, 30, 40% of your salary goes to one game. That's already too dank. That's already too dank. So that's about the regional prices, right? Like for regional prices, like like you need regional prices, honestly, because otherwise people are just gonna stop buying. Like as you can see, like right, my goal right now that allows me to pay rent and buy like my share of like the food bank, right? We're splitting with my friend. everyone puts the same amount, and that's enough for us for a month. So like all I kind of raise in donors and stuff, it all goes there. Well, actually I put some of my stuff from like my apartment back home also that my brother rents, but he doesn't pay for it yet because the job he got is actually like ended up paying like jack shit almost basically, so he can't afford paying me rent. So I'm like, all right bro, I'm kind of have money for now, so like you'll pay for me later, but like figure this shit out better, because he gets paid like a laughable amount for what he does. But yeah, basically like whatever I earn, I spend on that, right? So like rent, my half of rent, half of food, and that's $400. And $80 out of that is 20%. Like if I would be having the choice, right? Like, am I gonna be paying 20% food and rent to buy one game or something? I probably would not buy the game. I probably would wait for Giga sales. I would get the Game Pass, which I'm doing. I'm not buying them. Fuck them. I ain't buying that. I just waiting for the Game Passes. I'm just buying sales. I thankfully as a streamer get like some review keys and stuff. That works really good. But yeah, like if I wouldn't be streaming, I don't even know. Like I would be probably like getting some super discounts and playing my backlog nowadays, because that's a lot of money. And with removing the regional pricing especially, I think that's really bad. So yeah, and even like, you know, like the kind of industry people do kind of acknowledge that too. It does exactly harm customers. And how much of an impact it's gonna have, that's a different story. Esiste USA, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Skipple. Like that is like a whole different topic, but I do agree. Yeah, like you have sure, like development prices increase, right? But like first, like what is the reason of increase, right? The size of the game increase. Who asked? Like, did we ask for hundreds of hours of like Assassin's Creed? Like I didn't. Like I don't need games that big. No, that just like if it's RPG, like 100 hours is kind of fine, I guess, right? But like, you know, like action game or something, I don't need to play it for hundreds of hours. I don't need that open world. Just give me like, you know, compressed, composed, like concentrated story with good directing and everything, with interesting fights and stuff. I'll take that over open world anytime. Like I don't need your 16 times the size and detail or anything. People celebrating the GTA 6 will have budget billions. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. The thing is, like, maybe like once in a while, like the thing is, like, there are games like that are outliers. Like Red Dead Redemption, for example, was insane. Still is, right? Like there's so much to do. It's so good and huge and everything. Absolutely. GTA 6 probably gonna be there, right? They're gonna put huge budget, huge game. But the problem is, like, the price for the AAA game usually is standard, right? So like one huge worth it game comes out and prices itself at $100, and the whole industry will be, yeah, you know, the development expense is rising. Yeah, we need to make 100 new standard, and everything is $100 after that. Like, why? And again, like who asked? Like, we don't need that huge stuff, dude. Just give me like, well, okay, fine. Some people do, right? Like, make it for them, sure. Charge them more if you think it's more expensive because it's huge. Sure, but like make some proper experiences from like smaller budget in a smaller size that you can just finish in a few evenings. Say like, damn, that was good, let's get another one and play another one, and you end up kind of like spending more money in the end though, because like, you know, instead of like grinding this like $80 like Assassin's Creed for 200 hours, in that same time you played like four $40 games, for example, and you spend more money in the end twice. Technically, right? And you finished 4 games and you had decent amount of time, and you kind of like still spend that money, and someone earned that money just from like smaller games. But the thing is, they also kind of want to compete for that time, so they want to keep people like grinding something longer so they can feed them more of those microtransactions, DLCs, put advertisement, which we're gonna get soon article, right? Advertisement in your game to sell them on more of your shit and everything. So that like it's not even about like how big the games are or something. They just want to hold you longer there. Let's see, Skibble, I see. Yeah, I usually don't really measure it that way, but like there is like this threshold, right? When you like pay some amount, but you get like new Call of Duty, right? You pay that amount, but you get 4 hours campaign. Like no matter what, that just feels like scammers. Multiplayer might be godlike though. There is an article about that soon too. Actually, we'll get there. Multiplayer might be godlike and everything, but still, like, dude, if I want campaign and I buy a game for campaign to play single player and I get 4 hours, like, no. And yeah, like, the price of development increased, right? The games got bigger and stuff. But you also, like, now sell... Every game has, like, a few DLCs. Some games have yearly passes, right? They already, like, sell you multiple passes. Not just one season pass, but multiple every year. They sell you all the DLCs. DLCs are also not cheap at all, right? Like, for example, yesterday, the Dreadgate DLC, right? That was $5. That's good. It was a small one. Like, wish it would be a bit bigger though, but like $5, fine. Okay. But like 15, $20 for like not much of a content really. And then you have microtransactions. Then you have battle passes in single player. Well, okay, not maybe yet in single player games, but like in full price, you know, one purchase games. You have battle passes, DLCs, microtransactions, some skips, some boosts and stuff. Like, dude, some skins already became like for $20 or something. Like in Diablo, like there was like the Leatherman skin. I was like, oh, maybe I should get this for fun. I see price $20. I'm like, bro, I'll buy a game for that amount of money. Why would I need the fucking skin for one class? Or a horse for $65. Dude, I bought Diablo for 70. I was mad, by the way. Yeah, there's $65 horse skin there, yeah. Like, bro. And like, those people say, oh man, the expenses are rising, we need to increase the price of the game. Like, come on, dude. Yeah, I'm not, I don't know. Like, you still see a lot of like indie devs and stuff that are thriving in this industry, right? Like, that charge you like peanuts for the game, and they still like make a lot and they do good. Like like Vampire Survivors even, right? Like, again, they just made something that catered to a lot of people and they made more money than some of the AAA games and stuff. Like it's just like you need to like process it different. It's a different market here, right? It's just kind of like a lot of like corporate dudes, I bet they just coming from like other industries, right? Like I don't know, like cars, right? Like, okay, we make like Mercedes, and like, why would we sell Mercedes cheaper in some other countries? Because, you know, Mercedes has like the production price and everything, right? Why would we sell it cheaper than that, for example, for each piece of Mercedes, for example? Like, why would we sell it cheaper than it costs to make? True. And then they come with this like digital business with the same kind of mentality that they constantly need to pump the prices and stuff and everything. And like, why would you sell different regions different prices? No. And forgetting that, you know, they don't spend anything on an extra copy. It's just the digital key. Let's see, Bilal, let's see. Let's see, Utan, I see. Greed is out of control. Yeah, I'm just kind of like mad because of the regional pricing stuff. Because it's kind of like, they just kind of, like I was like I did respect Gaben and still do, right, for like the regional pricing and appearing like in our region, for example, because it was great. It still is, but it gets worse and worse now because regional pricing dying, and like, yeah, people just gonna go back. It's like a lot of people not gonna even like experience the games anymore because they can't afford it. Because some people still, some people are gonna resort to piracy and they're not gonna give a shit, and some people just like maybe young and like too young and didn't like get into it, maybe like ideologically don't want to support piracy, respect that, and they just, where they gonna end up? Like those who not gonna like start pirating and can't afford, where are they gonna end up? They're gonna end up on all the free-to-play like live service games, and that's gonna be the gaming, because like all the live service games like manufacturers will see like, oh, well, we actually have growth, right? Other industries like dropping because less people buying. And we have growth now. More users, you know. Maybe some of them dropping some money here and there. That means live service games are hip again. Time to start. Time to start, you know, pumping new 10 live services again. We canceled some, but, you know, things changed. Regional pricing was alright until the VPN era arrived. I mean, it still is alright though. Like like VPN era happened a while ago. Like people already messed with the VPNs. Like let's see, when was I have even like good example for this one. When was this released? 2016. I think it was like early access or something before that for some time, wasn't it? Was it actually 16? Maybe. Don't remember. The thing is, like, when this one was in the beta test and stuff, right? I wanted to, like, it's made by, like, people who worked in the original, like, originally worked in Ragnarok Online and stuff. I like how it looks. I like what it promised and everything. So I was like, oh, nice. I want to play that. I'm gonna buy that. And it was like the pre-order. You pre-order, you get access to closed beta test and like a bunch of like goodies on release. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll get it. And then I got the access to the closed beta test because that was in my, I think it was earlier than 2016. It was my era when I was just like applying to all the MMOs beta tests. I beta tested a shitload of MMOs, man, back in the day. Like everything that was coming to the market, I was beta testing this shit always. So I was like applying to this closed beta test and I got it. So I was like, all right, why would I pre-order now and overpay for the closed beta access when I already have it? And they even said like, okay, before the release, we're gonna discount all these packages because, you know, you don't need closed beta test anymore. So we're just gonna discount these packages just for the goodies for the release. And I'm like, that I'm gonna do. So I played closed beta test. I liked it. All right. Like, well, in the end game was like completely fucked and everything, but that's another story, right? But I liked what I played. Release approaching. I'm ready with my money. And the price with a discount was higher, like 2 times or something, than the price with no discounts. I'm like, the fuck? And I'm checking and they're like, well, a lot of people started like using, you know, like Russian region to buy. It's an MMO, right? So it's kind of doesn't matter. You can like buy it from Steam with different region, activate it in the game, and it's an MMO. It has separate account and stuff, right? So you don't need to have your Steam account constantly in that region or something. So a lot of people just like switched regions, bought those packs for this game, and they just decided, well, let's remove the regional price. I didn't buy this shit. I haven't played it since after the closed beta. I just like said, well, if you pull that shit, then I'm not gonna play your stuff and buy anything. And I didn't. And yeah, it failed, basically, it flopped. They just fucked up big time, sadly. That was actually still kind of like, it gave me a really good Ragnarok vibe, so it was kind of sad. But yeah, like that was already, like I think it was even before 2016, and some people already did all this like VPN stuff. No problemos. I think they actually did it not in Steam, they did it on their launcher, because it was easier than in Steam. That's why they changed prices everywhere, on their launcher and in Steam too. So even back then, that was possible. But no one was doing it like en masse, right? No one was doing it all the time. No, that wasn't like millions of people doing that. Because like, why? Like, why would you bother with all this like VPN, getting some fake ID, some prepaid card to change all this shit? Like, no one bothered with that. It's annoying, right? When you can buy a game for a reasonable price, alright, fine, I could save some, but I can handle this price. Why would I bother? Same with like piracy, right? Like, yeah, you can get it for free and download, but like I can just buy it for this reasonable amount of money and support the developer and have no headache with like some miner on my PC, get constant patches and stuff, right? It's just easier. Just press the button, done. And people were doing it for a while, but then again, the threshold comes with the price, and this like hustle of setting things up for people becomes a little, you know, less annoying when the price is that high. Yeah, Soak, exactly. So people started finding some ways to circumvent that. Not to mention that a lot of AAA games left, for example, Russia, right? And do you think that stopped people from buying? Some people instantly went pirating shit, just out of principle. And some people, yeah, like my friend, for example, his PlayStation, he has Turkish account there, and they buying stuff from there. Now that Turkey got price cucked, they're gonna move somewhere else. Not even because they don't have money to buy, but because they just can't buy some games from the region. So that's like, you can imagine like a few million probably of Steam customers and like PlayStation customers who moved to other regions for those reasons too. Like I still have the region here. Can just if needed. If I want to play something that I can't, then I just make a new account probably. And I already can. I have like Armenian card, I have Armenian phone, I'm in Armenia physically. I have registration here and stuff, so yeah, that's all legit. Gaben, no sussy shit here. Even though it's actually in Armenia more expensive than back home. Some of the things, a little bit. So yeah, like all this regional price stuff is like, if it is gonna die, that will be very sad. Like it kind of goes there, and that will be really bad. Because like we managed to kind of like get away from this, like, you know, the era of piracy and just kind of like proper ethical, you know, gaming and stuff, and now we're gonna get back to this, like, you know, wild land of torrent and everything. Ah, I see, Ultan, I see. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, at least. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I still don't think they just needed to make some sort of like lowest possible price you can set and up everything that price, but I think they still need to keep stuff in local currencies. Like I think, like even if the currency is dropping in dollars, it doesn't make, you know, people more rich. It doesn't mean that they still earn the same amount in dollars. They still earn, like, if they were earning 10,000 like peso or something, they still be earning 10,000 peso no matter, you know, what given things and changes. And 10,000 pesos still, you know, means the same for them, no matter how much dollars that is. It's kind of the same as like the food here and stuff, right? We constantly compare with back home, and it all seems expensive. But like a year ago, conversion rate was not 1 to 4, but 1 to 7. And that's when it was kind of cheap here. But for locals, nothing changed. Like for them, it's the still same price. Year ago or now is the same price. Like they still have the same buying capacity, and they don't really care how the conversion changed to other currencies. Like it doesn't, you know, affect them. So that's something also to keep in mind. And yeah, I hope they will not go like too crazy on all the regional pricing, because like, I mean, at least I'm in a little bit of kind of like privileged position, like with my stream getting like the review keys and stuff, and like buying Game Pass, and sometimes getting Game Pass for free and everything too. So that at least saves me, because otherwise, yeah, I would be like probably the retro gamer at this point. Piracy come back in the big way, yep. It will be their own fault, absolutely. And then they're gonna start complaining, and then they're gonna like coming up with some like Giga de Nuevo or something, and they're gonna like also cock the performance of the games and stuff, right? Like it's gonna be like this endless fight that they can win, but it's also gonna like just constantly hurt people who could kind of have nothing to do with that. Yeah, Otan, yeah. I think isn't it Serbia, right, Doc? You basically like already pay like 70 or 8 bucks per game. 70 or 80. I wish it would be 8. Oh well, you don't really have the proper like average European salaries there. Never had regional, yeah. So yeah, it is really ridiculous, man. And I mean, market in general goes to shit, right? Like, people's buying capacities are worse. And people already, like, yeah, having issues buying food and stuff sometimes, and you expect them to pay more and more for games. Like, nope, they're not gonna. And take into account, like, you know, kids, for example, who can't afford. Like, they don't have their own money, they need to ask parents. And, like, when parents see these prices, like, when I was a kid, the actual, you know, legit box copies, they were really hard to find, first of all, and second, they were super expensive. I got like 2 in all my life, basically, gifted to me, and one was actually garbage game. That was so sad, man, because it was so expensive, I couldn't really complain about it. That would be like a big-ass move, but the game was garbage. There was some point-and-click shit. Like, only 2 was and it was like parents were saving money basically to gift me that shit. It was like for like some birthday one, like you know, like when I turned like 10 or something, maybe they gifted me like, you know, like the big birthday pretty much. That's how it was. And now imagine nowadays too. Like with my brother, for example, who already was like living in a little like better financial situation in the world and stuff. Like sometimes also some games he was, you know, yoinking and stuff because like don't really have that much money. Like whatever people give you, that's all. I think a lot of people got saved by like PUBG and everything when you could farm some items and then sell them on marketplace, and that actually lended a lot of games to some people. Buying games was considered dumb for decades in these areas. Yep, yeah, that's literally how it was. Like I remember that initially when Steam just appeared and we started buying stuff on Steam and like buying games, bro. The fuck, it's free, yo. Just get it there. And that we're gonna get again probably. That we're gonna get again soon. But you know what? We also that is all about mostly AAA gaming. I hope that at least like the indie boys gonna stay as awesome as they are with the pricings, with the regional pricings, and with less corpus sellout shit. And I hope with all this shit they even gonna benefit even more from that. Like more people will actually stir towards the indie games and experience that there is actually, you know, good stuff there that they maybe didn't expect finding there. Alright, continue. Nintendo to launch 18-rated Switch Online app in Japan. It will allow the platform holder to comply with age requirements ahead of GoldenEye 007 and Jet Force Gemini's release on its online service. The Nintendo Coomer game is coming, man. So basically they can't sell like the 18 plus games on the same store. Yeah, both titles rated Z in Japan can be sold to players under the age of 18 in the country and can be showcased alongside titles available to all. Meaning the separate app will be required. What's so dank about like James Bond game and Jet Force Gemini there? That is like worse than like, I don't know, some gory shit that is already probably on Switch 2 plenty. Why? What's so dank about it? Yeah, exactly, Ultan, exactly. That is that is the logic. That is the logic that is like should be there. Like sure, like someone bought your game cheap from that country, but like they wouldn't maybe buy it otherwise in the first place. It's kind of the same that I always say for those like the developers, publishers about like the outreach to content creators. Like, dude, like sending the key to some smaller content creator like doesn't, you know, it's not an L for you. It's potentially W, maybe small one, but still, it's never an L. Because they most likely would never buy your game anyway in the first place. They maybe wouldn't even hear about your game ever. Like, you're not losing anything, but you're potentially gaining something. Same there, sure, maybe it's not gonna be like the full like $10 purchase from somewhere there, but like it may be gonna be like $3-5 purchase. But it's a purchase. That's someone potentially leaving a review. That's someone recommending it to their friends and everything, right? Someone maybe gifting it to someone. That's the stats. That's the stats for your game too. So like, yeah, I do think that I do actually even think that it might be kind of nice to like have if you have like some translation for some of the regions like that, to put like on some regions just put like even lower price than it kind of should be, sorta. Just so you can have like, you know, like extra player base there, extra reviews that will kind of boost your main region, right? Because like still reviews gonna affect even if they're from other country, for example, not English speaking. But like English speaking people will be coming and seeing them. That's good reviews. Alright, let's give it a go. What's the giveaway? We'll see. Probably on charity stream, maybe. Maybe. The Cobalt Core. Got a Cobalt Core key. But no, no. I mean, not when people requesting the keys, but sending themselves. Like, I'm not meaning like answering content creators, but like outreach on your own. Like, you kind of already vetted people, for example. Why can't you just, you know, send it to them? Like, you already have like some marketing agency, for example, on it, right? That most likely like can, like, I mean, it's their job, right? And they already have lists probably. Like, why don't you send to more people, more streamers? Like, they already have lists. We don't need to like vet anything. Just send. Alright, yeah, there we go. That's another one towards the complaints about the development prices. Ubisoft says technical error caused in-game ads in Assassin's Creed. Players reported promotions for Assassin's Creed Mirage appeared when loading the map in Odyssey and Origins. There you go. Made aware that some players encountered pop-up ads while playing certain Assassin's Creed titles yesterday. This was the result of a technical error, and we addressed as soon as we learned of the issue. Yep. Each title's main menu for a few years now, but this was the first time such an ad appeared within the games themselves. Yeah, so in main menu there are already banners there and everything too. Again. Yeah, that was like well made, you know, specifically designed picture with the button and everything that you can press. So yeah, that's a there for sure, man. I guess the only error is just they're like rolled out a little early or something, maybe. That's the only one I can see. The special type of bug, yeah. So we have this too, right? And there's like a NBA and other games when they literally like roll like the odd clips pretty much in loading screens and stuff. And you pay $80 for that, dude. Like if there would be like, you know, well, with regional prices, right? But if it would be like $100 even, for example, games, right? With regional price, so like adjusted to your buying capabilities, but like $100 pretty much equivalent, right? And it will have all the DLCs, all the skins already included and stuff as rewards for something, for example, right? Like no battle passes, nothing, or like everything for free pretty much, right? You $100 and you get all of that for free. I would be down. If it's a good game, if it's polished, not buggy, you just pay once and don't even like need any more. All the content is in, polished and good. No problems. I would be down. Like in equivalent, right? Regional equivalent buying power. So I don't know, like 4,000 maybe 3,000 in our old currency, or like for me like nowadays like $40. Like it's 10% of my monthly budget pretty much, right? I could live with that, like once a month or something. Like I could handle that fine. That would be fine, but they're not gonna do that. That's the thing. Like you can offer them something like that. Sure, we're gonna pay you more, just like, you know, actually put all the work in from the get-go. They're not gonna. They still want this because they want to milk you, man. They don't actually complain about the expensive development and stuff. They just want more money. Content in the main menu, yeah, that became kind of popular too. Like the Starfield has that stuff too. It doesn't really advertise anything yet, but because there's no DLCs and stuff, right? But yeah, there is this like in the corner, there's this like window that is already dedicated and waiting for the moment to start selling you shit. Yeah, this one, This one is kind of dang story. It's a kind of also like long one. But yeah, there is like some good takeaways in this one. See, there was a guy who made a free game in 2016. It was on Game Dev subreddit also and everything. 2016 made a game for free just to get his name out there, help land the job. It was warmly received with 250,000 people downloading it and about 2,000 reviews with an impressive 90% positive rate between them. So yeah, worked for 4 years. Got a job from that. Worked for 4 years in Ubisoft. My condolences. A jump ship to establish Bold Spirit, put together a team of developers and work on a sequel to the game, the free one that they made. So basically they started doing the... They decided to try to land the publisher. Publishers didn't arrive because, you know, he just got the team. We don't know how he worked. The previous game was a long time ago. So they decided to remake the free game, the new engine and everything, just to prove that the team is capable to the publishers. You got the new mechanics and everything, and they remade the trailer completely, one-to-one, to the first original game. So yeah, then they started to make they decide how to name the game then, since it's a remake of the sort of like prologue for free. So the previous project was renamed Red Trigger Prologue Alpha version. A remake would carry a Red Trigger Prologue name. And then the game that they were trying to get funding for would be just Red Trigger, I guess, right? Maybe not the best idea, Steam approved. A remake didn't come together quite as quickly, and the temporary release date on the remake store page came and went without the game launching. No, I didn't do the Steam Awards yet. No. Remind me, we'll do. There was the point where Vizina discovered that developers cannot change temporary release date themselves once the date has passed, and he had to ask Steam support to change the date for him, which wouldn't have been a problem, but it called attention to the Red Trigger naming conventions. That's when they asked the question, and we see you have 3 games called Red Trigger, original, a remake, and the sequel. Can you explain the relationship between those? I think they didn't understand the strategy there. I mean, kinda me neither, to be honest, sorta. Naming strategy for sure, at least. Which I admit was a bit of our mistake as well because of the naming of Prologue and Red Trigger. For them, a Prologue is a sneak peek or a demo you don't usually sell. Steam thought Bold Spirit was trying to sell the game under multiple names on the store and deleted the store page for the remake, along with 500 wishlist users had for it. Vizina notes that Steam didn't have a build of the remake or anything, it was simply making judgment based off the game's store pages, screenshots, and nearly identical trailers. In the letter informing Steam for its decision, Steam suggested releasing what was the remake as an update to the original game. Vizina responded, suggesting changing the game's names again to better avoid confusion and point out that Steam allows other remakes with updated graphics and content to be sold alongside the originals. But the storefront wouldn't budge. It offered other options that Vizina didn't think addressed the problem, and he ultimately relented. The remake launched as an update to the original Red Trigger, which is a free game with 250,000 people played and 2,000 reviews. And the price was similarly updated from free to $9 Canadian. What they didn't tell me is that resets the review summary. The reviews are still there. If you scroll down, you see 2,000 reviews, but in the summary it says 33 reviews. It still shows as a 2016 game, and it doesn't look good to have 33 reviews for a 7-year-old game. It also didn't help that as an update, it didn't receive any of the placement or wishlist notifications that the new release would benefit from. The original Red Trigger had 16,000 people wishlisted even though it was a free game. Which is weird, just get it, you know. As for how the remake has done since its launch, Vizina bluntly assesses it as very badly. Last time I checked, we had 25 sales on it. I can't know how much it would have performed as a new game, but I can bet it would have been way more than that. Especially since the goal was to appeal to the new people, but also the fans of the original, those 250,000 people who downloaded the game over the last 7 years. The issue is the game is already associated with Steam accounts, so they get remake for free, even though we updated the price from free to paid. Making matters worse, Remake launched alongside a Red Trigger 2 crowdfunding campaign and directed people to Kickstarter page, but it didn't do much good considering how few people saw it. Vizina readily acknowledges there were other issues with the Kickstarter campaign, but it's not hard to see how a successful launch for the remake could have changed things. Bold Spirit had been counting the sales of the remake and the crowdfunding campaign to carry it through the process of searching for a publisher. Since we didn't get much revenue from the remake and the Kickstarter flopped, I sadly had to let go of my team because it's been 3 years on my own money and we basically ran out. Bold Spirit plans to launch Red Trigger Remake on the Epic Games Store and through other avenues, and there is some hope it will fare better with those than it did with Steam. Probably not. Vizini is also still looking to find a publishing deal for Red Trigger 2, but Bold Spirit may soon be backburnered in favor of a day job if he can't find one. There it is. Always keep an eye on the temporary release date to make sure you don't go over it. Everything started from that point. Remake page was approved and public for 6 months. If we didn't have this tiny technical issue, this probably would never come up. Second thing would say is, especially if you make a remake, make it very clear what differences are between the original and the remake, even if it's just a graphical update. Don't do a trailer shot by shot exactly the same. Avoid putting alpha, beta, and prologue on a product you mean to sell. Steam might see it more as a demo or something like that, and wanting to sell a prologue is problematic to them. So if you consider it a prologue, maybe put it in the Steam page description, but not the title. Despite the situation, Vizina is far more measured in his assessment of Steam and how it has handled things that I would be in his situation. I did make mistakes on our end as well, and I don't want to put blame completely on Steam, but I think there's been honest mistakes on both sides. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, careful with that stuff. Horribly confusing naming-wise, true. Prologues are a hack? Yep, prologues are. True. That is true. I wonder if they're gonna be dealing with that eventually. If that will change. I wonder. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition arrives next month. Includes Phantom Liberty expansion. So yeah, we'll be able to get some super package with everything. If someone ever didn't get that yet, you will be able to. Damn, son. There you go. Red Wings collaborated with Nintendo to make Mario's real-world shoes. There you go. You know what to buy yourself for holidays, man. Get yourself some Giga shoes, dude. That will be probably quite comfy to wear, I guess. Especially if you need to get like a big size of shoes. Like how wide this will be then. That will be like, it's for someone with like small feet, I guess that kind of at least like, it's still big, but at least it kind of like, you know, fits. But if you have like I have 45 for example, I mean, I'm not sure like European or whatever sizes though. But like if someone has even more, like how huge it will be. So the new shoes them stay. Time to cancel it. Get the good stuff. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2 and Borderlands 4 potentially leaked. Profile of a senior technical and production director who worked briefly for Gearbox Software on contract. It's revealed that he supervised employees working on a few titles, amongst which were Borderlands 4, Unreal Engine 4, and Tiny Tina's Wonderland 2, Unreal Engine 4. Worth stressing that this individual, Randall R., worked in this position for around 3 months, spanning May 2022 to July 2022. Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious that Borderlands 4 gonna happen, though. Like, they're making a movie and everything for it, so I wouldn't even be surprised. And Tiny Tina's Wonderlands actually did quite good, I think, right? So I wouldn't really be surprised. If they will bring that one back too. So that all kind of makes sense. Insomniac's Wolverine won't release until 2025, report claims. As Randy these days, wasn't he like more like a movie guy now or something? So maybe that's why we don't really hear about him too much. A Dragon Age 4 corporate hype train gone so quiet? Well, I mean, probably gonna wait for some big shows, maybe Game Awards or something. Maybe they just want to sit one out with the, you know, like the Baldur's Gate just destroying everything RPG and stuff. Don't want to look like shit on, you know, that with the on the contrast with that. Made new position and promoted himself, yeah. According to No Leaker Daniel Richtman, not only will the upcoming game not be released in 2024, but will also feature a darker and more violent tone than the past games from the studio, which I mean kinda makes sense for Wolverine though. Southeast Asian city within the Marvel Universe. Lone haven for pirates. Alright, pirates there. I mean, Wolverine should be kinda more brutal. Yes, these people I say. The Blasted Borderlands 2. Well, third one apparently wasn't that super pog. Tiny Tina I heard is good though. Some people played and said it's really nice. The Borderlands enjoyers. I haven't played a single one actually still. Missed them back in the day. True, stay true. Hopefully. Xbox is about to beat PlayStation for the first time ever, report claims. In the recent report published by Newzoo, it was proposed that if Microsoft had acquired Activision Blizzard sooner, then the combined forces of said companies would have pushed Microsoft Gaming's game software revenue above Sony's. That would have technically put Xbox above PlayStation in the gaming charts for the first time in years, if not ever. Outside that projection, Microsoft came in 4th place in first half of 2023, landing behind the ever-dominant Tencent, Sony, and then Apple, which sat in 3rd place. Then when Apple is like the 3rd biggest gaming shit. That reminded me of my friend's, like the Elder Scrolls fan, right? He started playing the Elder Scrolls Blades now. I'm like, bro. Come on, dude, and why? Ubisoft MD Skull and Bones will be shipping next year. When exactly? Ubisoft Singapore is reportedly still heads down and eager to deliver the product. Shake-up at the studio recently led to an all-new office being opened with a new managing director being appointed. Former managing director of Ubisoft Singapore, Darren Long, relocated to drive the Toronto office. In his move, he confirmed that Skull and Bones will be shipping between January and March 2024, corroborating earlier reports of that very same window. Copium reaffirmed the release window to the publication. We'll see, we'll see. I wonder how it will change until then. Hopefully for the better. Paradox Arc announces Star Miner early access coming 2024. Cool. Design and build interstellar a mining fleet to strip space of its invaluable minerals. Oh, something that Starfield didn't do. And sell them for a tidy profit, but beware greed will attract the alien. The warships and defense platforms to protect your fleet at all costs. In real space and real time. They have the space part already better than Todd's. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. It looks pretty good too. I wonder how it will run though. I already feel that it won't run in the PC. Yeah, that might be a bit of an issue there. Division, and we have a publisher. Feels good, man. Paradox. Not feels good, man. Well, I guess that their indie branch for now wasn't pushing too much of a DLCing, right? So, hopefully that won't be too bad. A GTA 5 database leak mentions unreleased DLC and Bully 2. Damn, son. String referencing Bully 2. In active development for over 2 years before being stopped. Since then, Rockstar just like pumping, you know, money out of GTA Online, so they don't really care too much about those anymore. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Alpha sign-ups are now live. So you can sign up for the alpha there. Closed alpha test will take place November 30th to December 4th. If you enjoy, it's gonna be NDA and everything though, so yeah, I kinda don't really care about this much. Eminem will feature a Big Bang Fortnite live event. Damn, son. Finale of Fortnite Season 4 is part of a Big Bang live event. Yeah, the leak's already confirmed. Eminem will be performing a concert. Yeah, I haven't heard about him for a while, actually. Gonna have a concert in Fortnite. And get a bunch of skins and everything. Biggest one to date. 1.5 gigabytes, making it the biggest in terms of file size alone. Dude, imagine like 1.5 gigabytes considering the biggest, man. What a beautiful place. I just got like yesterday, like, oh yeah, Cyberpunk wants to be updated, so we need 86 gigabytes of free space. Like, bruh. Why? For the patch. Who does that? Eminem Lego. A rhythm mode and racing mode. Damn, son. The Fortnite racing. Boog. Oh yeah, there it is, I guess, too. Lego officially teases Fortnite crossover event. Will be happening soon. Fortnite players playing as actual Lego figures. Gameplay will be centered around mining and crafting. Dude, the amount of shit they do there. It's an interesting, like, business model, basically, though. Like, at some point, they were the, you know, the hype stuff with all the kids and everything. So all the brands were happy to work with them. Now it's kind of already, like, I would say low-key other way around. Like, the Fortnite is already potentially partially benefiting already from all those crossovers, because I mean it's already like it's already not as popular. It's still huge, right? But like not at its peak already anymore, and that way they kind of may be dipping into some new audiences and stuff. Yeah, brand's still benefiting though. True, Steve. True. Huh? PlayStation 5 sales lead the way in Europe, while Xbox sales have fallen. 481,000 consoles were sold across European markets, UK and Germany not included, in October. PS5 sales up 143% year over year. Nintendo Switch fell 20% year over year, but finished second. Xbox Series XS fell 52% in the same time. EA Sports FC was the #1 selling game for October in Europe. Of the FIFA endurers, man. Esports FC, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Spider-Man. Damn, Assassin's Creed sold better than Spider-Man even. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, GTA 5 again, Lords of the Fallen, damn son. Battlefield Hogwarts still there. Game that became invisible for all the awards this year. Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer reaction has been great, Activision says. The reaction to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer has been great from the community. Incredibly inspired from the reactions so far. Positivity makes the effort worth it, and we use the negatives as motivation to get solid fixes and improvements out as fast as we can. Spawns and everything there. Second there. Whoop. Spawns improvements, alright. The multiplayer got better, but campaign is still 4 hours long, I guess. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. A Witcher-inspired collab lands in Destiny 2 next week. Damn, son. Destiny on everything. Full of Witcher-style gear during Season of the Wish. And November 28th, Destiny enjoyers can get yourself some Witcher stuff there. Was it like some of the Assassin's Creed games also had like some Destiny collaboration and everything? Like, dude. Just the odd skins. At least I guess they're not trying to kind of like fit it in the lore or something somehow. And some collabs might be kind of cool, but sometimes that's kind of weird. A Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 have been delayed to late 2024. Announced a Warhammer 40k Space Marine delayed second half of 2024. In the press release, it was announced the new release date of the game would be revealed in early December. Game Awards, alright. Second half though, it's the second half, late 2024. Well, I mean, second half I guess is quite late, but still. Committed to releasing a game that is of the highest quality that exceeds the expectations of the countless fans of the franchise. Already accumulated over 1 million wishlists to date. We'll see, we'll see. I will need to do the first one. Need to do the first one. And Assassin's Creed and Fortnite also in Destiny. Fortnite crossover in Destiny. Damn son, what a time to be alive. Knights of the Old Republic remake is still in development at Saber Interactive. Reportedly, news comes by Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, who shut down the recent comments from Giant Bomb's Jeff Grubb that the game is not being worked on right now. Remake seems to be in hell. Yep, seems like it. Schreier first took to Recitera and said, is it alive and will it ever actually come out? Are two very different questions. Third is, if it does ever come out, what will it actually look like? With that said, I've talked to two people at Saber who both say they're still currently working on it, so I don't believe that the comment that is being worked on in any way right now is true. Can't say whether the counter remake will ever actually come out, but yes, two people from Saber Interactive tell me they're still on it, despite recent rumors that nobody is working on the game. Hey Portable, hello. How we doing? Saber took the project from Aspyr last year. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, they do be kind of in hell there, that's for sure. Struggling probably to make it somewhat, you know, somewhat like doable and appealing, I guess, to the modern audience. Still, nobody is two people working on it, yeah. I guess it's kind of like on the back burner or something, just like some small group still working until they figure out what to do with it or something. Call of Duty 2024 is a Black Ops Gulf War. And will we get some, like, campaign this time? First rumors of a Gulf War setting first originated in 2022 following Call of Duty mobile leaks that revealed that the Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk, a retired American attack aircraft introduced in October 1983. Call of Duty 24 is under the codename Cerberus and is currently planned to be released on past generation consoles. Alright. They're still trying to farm that. Still try to farm that too, huh? A Gulf War with a strong focus on the CIA. I mean, Black Ops was kind of more of about like some sort of like special agencies, right? Somewhat, most of the time. God, this one was funny. I did too. Everyone reviewed Modern Warfare 2 too soon. Two weeks since Modern Warfare 3 released and 3 since it went into early access for the campaign only, of course. Games plagued by bad press, competitive concerns, and cries from fans the world over that the entire game is just Modern Warfare 2 DLC. But is that all here is to take some home? Alright. What's going on? Players spend more hours overall at this point playing Modern Warfare 3 than they did Modern Warfare 2 or 1. Modern Warfare Zombies mode is the most engaging third mode in Modern Warfare history. Campaign players are putting in more time per player in Modern Warfare 3 than in Modern Warfare 2 or 1. Still a best-selling title, still topping charts around the world, still dominating social and streaming platforms, still packed esports season lined up. And these so many negative reviews. The time of writing, Modern Warfare scores just 56 on Metacritic, yeah. Many of Modern Warfare 3 reviews came on the day of launch or very shortly after. And many of the more negative breakdowns were heavily biased towards the campaign and its short, underwhelming delivery. It can be argued that Call of Duty bread and butter is in its multiplayer. Oh yeah, the copium. Given how fast these reviews were churned out, there is no possible way the bulk of these reviewers could have sunk their teeth into the online offering to any real extent. Now, as a Call of Duty fan of almost 20 years, I'll be honest and say that the multiplayer is far from being perfect. Well, shit, dude. The baby reviews were kinda deserved. Nobody wants to wait for a review that wouldn't make sense. True. A game day, game changers, and people rely on them to decide whether I want to buy something or not. The big name reviewer says Modern Warfare 3 sucks because it has a short, unfulfilling campaign. At the same time, basing the multiplayer review on the better or a handful of rounds in Team Deathmatch, that's what happens. Everyone takes it at face value. Damn, what a surprise, man. That's what happened with all of them. Maybe people should just wait, you know, with like some other games that came out completely broken on release. Billions of people enjoying zombies with their friends, weeks away from new Warzone experience. Call of Duty League is on the horizon. Well, I mean, pro players gonna play all the Call of Duty because, you know, that's what pays. Like, good Call of Duty, bad Call of Duty, if they're like a league and team. Well, Call of Duty League is basically kind of like their own esports org, right? Pretty much that they're paying for participation and stuff. So obviously, they're excited. Multiplayer is stabilizing enough to genuinely be enjoyable, provided you can look past the flaws on the surface. So even like the time of the release over, there's still flaws, but you still needed to wait until it's all over and then make a review. And I guess the streamers and stuff should also be like, nope, not playing it, not because I just don't want to play broken stuff, but we're waiting. I'm gonna show you the game when it's fixed in a few weeks. Not waiting yet. Like, dude, what is this shit, man? PP a good dude, eh? The unending ingenuity. See. So yeah, that don't like. I mean, I do agree that like it is kind of bad when like games don't get some sort of like double checking by the reviewers and stuff after some time. Sure, that would be kind of nice if that would be a thing. But I think like yeah, if it came out with short campaign and people just judged for short campaign, I mean, I don't see like any multiplayer game basically when it gets the day one review. Obviously, people not gonna have enough experience, right? And still, some games get good reviews somehow. That means, I guess, even in their small experience, they still managed to enjoy it. And here, maybe they didn't. Especially if the dude himself says that like there are crashes and like disconnects. Like your reviewer, you get into a few matches and like half of them disconnect or something. You're probably not gonna enjoy that. In general, not a huge fan of like all the reviews, but again, like that's even worse for like streamers, for example, or YouTubers, right? Like at least like the press guys can like say whatever they want in their review. Like they don't do it live or online, right? They just like write it down, put some screenshots in, and they can write whatever they want. But like YouTubers, for example, who do the reviews and stuff, or like who play Call of Duty for like a living and like their main game, right? And streamers the same, doing the same. Like, what they gonna do? They're gonna try to sugarcoat it. They're gonna try to like hide the fact that it's like a lot of issues and the campaign is garbo. Probably not. So yeah, I think that's kind of an interesting take. Just like don't play it publicly until it's fixed or something. Just wait a few weeks and then you will see it has potential, man. I swear. That is weird, man. That I think is kind of a weird take there. Now you should probably, like, if you haven't really like tried multiplayer, you should probably mention that in review for sure. Like, you know, review based on the campaign and single player part. Haven't played multiplayer much. That would be fair. And returning back to some of the games once in a while to check. But I mean, why would you return to Call of Duty? Just wait, and that's gonna be the next Call of Duty already. You know? Just wait a little. But yeah, that kind of happened like many times, obviously. Like the start is important. Like if you at the start didn't get like good reviews, but that's like always. Same on Steam. You got your game with some bug into mixed reviews, you done. It's not about Call of Duty, it's in general how things work. Like you fucked up on the start, everyone in the same playing field. Fucked up at the start, you done. Most likely. Coming back will be really hard. If you're unknown, probably impossible. If you're known, then, well, you will need to go, like, through some sort of, like, No Man's Sky route or something, potentially, or Fallout 76. And Fallout 76 still didn't get a lot of those people, you know, who were shitting on it, revisiting and checking it. And with Fallout 76, I feel like it was kind of like a little worse, though. Worse example, because there was, like, a long time of beta there. There was a lot of time to check it and to see the end content and everything. But no one really did. It did have a lot of issues, but yeah, I don't think it deserved as much shit as it did. And then no one really like revisited it later with all the updates anyway. But that's fine. How dare you do it with Call of Duty, man? How dare you? It gets good after 2 weeks, yeah. Please come back in 2 weeks. And write a review then. Former Rockstar dev shut down for sharing secrets. Damn, son. Last few days, GTA fans the world over have been reveling in the amount of information being shared by Oberverme, former Rockstar North developer who worked on GTA 3, Vice City and San Andreas, GTA 4 and some of the various spin-off titles associated with those games. So yeah, dude basically were explaining everything. And then he also mentioned, yeah, that there was some sort of zombie survival game that Rockstar was working on back in the 2000s. And after that he got contacted and it was RIP. Got an email from Rockstar North. Apparently some of the OGs there are upset by my blog. Genuinely didn't think anyone would mind me talking about 20-year-old games, but I was wrong. Something about ruining the Rockstar mystique or something. Anyway, this blog isn't important enough to be to piss off my former colleagues in Edinburgh, so I'm winding it down. Maybe just leave a few articles with anecdotes that don't affect anyone but me. Would love for Rockstar to open up about development of the trilogy themselves, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon, and maybe I'll try again in a decade or two. Secrets, man. All the secrets, the mystique. I mean, they do have some sort of mystique, I guess, because no one knows what they're up to and stuff and how they even work. They just kind of like pump out some decent games, and that's all we know. That's all we know. Life is Strange hits 20 billion players since its release in 2015. I think it also already like Game Pass and it like everywhere. Was it even free somewhere or something? Still quite impressive though. Impressive number. Immediate response from the portion of the community desperate for another game. Thought they like pumping some more stuff though. We got a True Colors, that was the recent one, right? But then they did some other games also, like similar, but not, I guess, in the same universe or something. True Sock True, huh? Sad, but true. GTA 5 actor was swatted while playing the game on YouTube, eh? Damn, son. Talking to his chat, Luke gets a seemingly unassuming phone call. Quickly, however, you can sense the demeanor changes. He stands up. They what? Says before replying to the person on the phone with, "Oh, nice, nice." Then tells his chat he's got to go, causing his stream to abruptly end an hour in. Now these assholes have swatted my house, so I've got to go. Despite the known dangers of it, swatting is unfortunately still prevalent for streamers. Likely for Luke, it doesn't appear that the worst happened during the incident. Did comment on the matter in reply on Twitter, clarifying that his swatting had nothing to do with Rockstar's protection of players of the game. GTA 5 actor also seems to suggest that this isn't the first time he's dealt with swatting over the years. Several times before, yeah, apparently. Nothing to do with Rockstar, these assholes leaked my private info years ago and have been doing this shit since. Anyone's info is available online if you are sick enough to really want to find it. Swatting, though illegal in most places in the United States, isn't technically classified as a felony at the federal level. Some states, however, are pushing for a harsher swatting penalties due to it continuing to happen not only to streamers but schools and hospitals. Yeah, I think that should be like way more strict. I think it should be way more strict for this stuff. It's also the fire department, I see. Revolutionize gaming with the same 15 years old formula again. Yep. That's not cool at all. Yeah, that should be like a really good measures for that. And that's gonna be a lot. Like everyone's like digital, living in digital world nowadays. You kind of need good protection for that. Like Sweden, I think, is actually really good with that. Like a lot of, I guess, a lot of European countries, not all, but a lot, because like you don't really hear about that stuff from Europe that much. Like in Sweden, even like a lot of it, like in Nordics, I think in general, a lot of info is public, pretty much. Not to mention like Triza, I think, like quite often just like posts stuff from like how the views out of his window. Like whenever he goes to convention, he posts like on Instagram, you know, like the view from his hotel and stuff, usually, and how the hotel room looks. It's swatting in Germany, I see. So yeah, there should be just the good regulations. It always reminds me of like the Force and stuff, like when he was in his old apartment, like in the early years of his streaming, when people also found his like number, found where he lives. There was like for a couple of days, I think, or something, there were some people like knocking on his door, giving him some like leaving him some messages or something, and then it just stopped. Like he never moved, still same apartment for years after, and never happened. I see. The way they come and blasting with rifles, yeah. True, true. Yeah, I remember, I think it was something like that too back home with some streamers, but yeah, it kind of like always goes in a more civilized way, I guess. There might be some ways, I guess, like some accusations might cause some dank shit, but yeah, usually not that dank at least. Alright, let's see what else he posted, and let's get the Steam nominations things. Yeah, this one I gonna... That's probably declined on essential. I like when they do that. Okay, that's gonna be like a big read. I'm gonna read it at some point. Actually, no, wait a second. That's... Oh yeah, it's different prices. There's only one probably. Yeah, that was... which award was there? And the Cruelty Squad there. Where was it? Media art. There it is. Let's see. The Game Awards? Yeah. That. Well, actually, I need to fill that one. Yeah. Usually job sending stuff. This year, I think not yet. Haven't seen yet. Maybe decided instead of like sending emails, decided just to make a form. State Prize for Media Art. National Council for Audiovisual Art awarded the State Prize for Media Art 2023 to visual artist Ville Kallio. Ville Kallio was awarded in recognition of his meritorious work in the field of media and games as art. Kallio's solo video game Cruelty Squad is artistically, content-wise and technically an ambitious and successful work in which his distinctive style emerges, both visually and narratively. Cruelty Squad envisions a hyper-capitalist dystopian future in which everything is commercialized. First impression, the work is a visually harrowing, hectic and skill-demanding video game. The more players immerse themselves in the game, the more they will find a lot of sharp social criticism within it, as it raises deep questions about human dignity and justice. Cruelty Squad is an internationally successful, artistically uncompromising and original work whose creator deserves to be noted for his artistic achievements also in Finland. Ville Kallio, birthed in 1990, is a visual artist from Helsinki who works in many fields including drawing, painting, video and sculptures. In recent years, especially with video games, works have been shown internationally, including at the Feels Like a Memeplex exhibition in Plymouth in 2023 and the Pet Cemetery expedition in Athens in 2019. Quite the expeditions there. The Memeplex and the Pet Cemetery. Yeah, Cruelty Squad was nice though. That was a nice game. The Cruelty Squad in chat too, a few times. And I think that there was like some, was it a GIF or just a screenshot of like some new stuff also? Yes, the new game. Probably, maybe some DLC to Cruelty Squad. Also looked very dank. Way too dank even. Let's see. Todd Howard says it took 7 years to make Starfield fun to play. I thought we would find the answers faster. Yet that you didn't in 7 years either, dude. Okay, it is fun to play at least, alright. It is actually kind of fun. But, yeah, for the RPG, it could be a little better. Like outside the fun, there should be some more, you know, like substance, I guess. Let's put it that way. So fun they did find, but everything else wasn't like at the peak. Not at the peak there. Or at least, you know. Could be better. That totally could be better. Alright. A new Subnautica game coming early 2025. Financial report just leaked. A new Subnautica game launching in early 2025. First half of 2025. Both PC and console. Oh, we'll see. Oh yeah, they were bought by Krafton. Been officially announced. The fact that Krafton is boasting of its existence in the financial report makes its existence all but guaranteed. The wait and see when Unknown Worlds is ready to show it off properly. This is the OSC. I watched Ella playing it like for years, so yeah. Kinda don't really want to do it myself. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Against the Storm full release December 8th. Gonna be checking it. Gonna be checking it again. The full version. That's a really nice one. I already returned to it many times. Guess we go again. Guess we go again. Let's see, okay, let's see. So did I greet you earlier today, by the way? Did I? Maybe I did, but still hello, sir. Sorry if I didn't. I hate when they do this. Just non-essential shit, I don't want to. What's no, not the heroes of the storm. No, it's the Against the Storm. That's a different game. That's a different game. And that one's still running too. That one is still running. City Skylines 2 Studio delays expansion pass content to continue fixing main game. Pledge to improve performance before releasing paid DLC. That's good, huh? That is very good. Got the roadmap and stuff. That is really good of them. Game is actually kind of fun, apparently. Like my friend is playing. Doesn't have a lot of issues with performance and stuff. Got a couple of crashes there, but overall kind of alright. He just like found out though some of the nuances when he tried to just like dig a huge hole just to pile all the shit from the city in there. And then that kind of backfired. Because at some point that hole got a little too full. And then his city started completely sinking in shit. And you couldn't already do anything with it because it kind of like covered everything. So whenever you try to dig deep, it still gets shit out of it. So basically bored his town completely. DGN and watching Game Awards, of course. Yeah, Game Awards we're gonna be watching for sure. So I guess we go DGN. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Game Awards we're not skipping. Not because of awards, but because of announcements, so... That is not even a question. Alright, seems like that is it. Let's get the nominations. Nominating is annoying. Like voting is alright, nominating is kind of pipiega though. Alright, let's see. Who's the nominee? Alright, who's gonna be my game of the year? Who's gonna be my game of the year? But you not put the one and only though. Let's see, probably because it's not available in our store, even though I own it, but yeah, I guess you can't nominate it that way. Thank you, sir. Dune Spice Wars was kind of out of full release this time, but not exactly out now. Same as Lunacid too. You know what? Cobalt Core was nice. Let's go. Death Mod Jam. VR game of the year? I have no idea, brother. Like, skip category, yeah. I had no idea. A Labor of Love, eh? Alright, what do we have for Labor of Love, eh? Labor of Love this year, totally not New World, eh? For sure. Song of Conquest kind of was Disciples, huh? Yeah, I don't think they're still updating any of these, Fallout. I don't think so. No new content for Fallout 1. Feels bad, man. Songs of Conquest is good, fine. Best game on Steam Deck award. I don't have Steam Deck, so we skip in. Baldur's Gate, fine. Baldur's Gate, we vote, fine. Better with Friends award, eh? They play something co-op there. The deadline, I think 28 or something, right? Well, sale last. Shadows of Doubt with a friend. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. Like half of them are not even multiplayer. Half of them aren't even multiplayer. The Baldur's Gate. Always Baldur's Gate, man. Ah, just watch over your back. I see, I see. Standing visual style. Standing visual style, huh? Lunacid, let's go. Very nice. Very nice. I see the action. I see. I mean, you can return it, I think, though. Badges, I think you can return. Most innovative gameplay. Ooh, Shadows of Doubt was really good with that for sure. Guess Fear Machine is kind of nice too, but nah, Shadows of Doubt here is very nice. Very poga. Genital jousting, yeah. This game you suck at. Nothing that we really did suck at, I guess. Terraformers, I mean, in a way true. In a way kinda true. Out of this list at least, for sure. I did win some runs, right? But I didn't get it on the Giga difficulty. And Dune I did on Giga difficulty, so... multiple times, Best soundtrack. Ooh. See, Steve, I see, Need to try more. You can do it. You can do it. Just like find the pattern and then it's all good. Depends on the scenario you also pick, though. Let's say they had a really good one. For sure, for sure. What else had a really good? Cobalt Core also had really good jammers there. I do have to say. Fine, Lunacid. Good bangers there. True Stave, that's also true. Didn't hear it that much this time though. Story Rich Game Award, Yeah, didn't really like play much of the Giga RPGs this year. From this year, like Starfield Diamond Process on Game Pass, and it's totally not there. No. I mean, obviously, yeah, there's Baldur's Gate. As usual, yeah. Just trying to think like something I played this year, I guess. Nah, not exactly. Not exactly. It was mostly older RPGs for me. Starfield, well, I mean, yeah, that probably not exactly that. We're gonna help that Baldur's Gate win the easy ones there. Sit back and relax. Smooth relaxing, let your worries melt away, yeah? My moment of zen. Well, to be honest, unironically, Terraformers is that. Terraformers I did play off stream some. Like when we just moved and everything. I did play some Terraformers. Just chilling. I mean, I also did it on stream, right? Like first stream I think from here actually was Terraformers. It's just like something that is easy to just like launch and just, you know, relax. I like that. Good. Complete these tasks. Well, I mean, I kind of did. Then did I close them? I guess. Emastication. The world's game in the making. The book one. The book inspired one. I saw something about it. I remember seeing something about it. Yes. Eben. Fix your shit. Play a game you nominated. That we can do. Based on Spielberg movie. Why not the book though? By Gilbert Wells, brother. I read the book. Haven't watched the movies. But I guess. The classic of sci-fi, dude. The open world, though. I guess. We'll see. So what's wrong with you there? Fix the shit. Refresh the page? No, I thought it kinda, yeah, need to press something or... Yeah, for refresh, I guess, maybe. Alright, counted some. Play the game. Alright, sure, that we can. I will probably return to some Cobalt Core. That I probably will. Review or update the review. That we also can do. Alright, sure. Get the insane bod gear. Get the bod gear. Is it on Steam actually, War of the Worlds? I remember reading the article about it, but I was kind of like, alright, I guess. What is gonna be in terms of like the gameplay and stuff. Hardcore horror open world survival. Extermination of mankind. And the flip switch games, alright. Fight off hostile survival staying from the machines. Damn, that looks dank, dude. That looks like some playway stuff there, to be honest. A little bit there. Yeah, it is Tom Cruise, I think, yeah. Think that's the one. Did they get NPC stuck there already? I don't think they got any licenses for that. Even though I'm not sure, book is quite old. It's like one of the like of the first kind of like the sci-fis in a way. Even it's maybe that one is kind of like in public domain or something. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Actually. Yeah, seems like it. Original written form is now public domain, a free-to-make game based on the book. Seems like it. Yeah, so now it is actually public domain. So yeah, you can... Well, this looks kinda like... Yeah, like the Playway simulation game or something. A little... I don't know. Well, I mean, the looks are not that important though. Like, it might actually be good gameplay-wise. Just kind of a little bit of this kind of like the scuffedness style. Like, if it'll be like low poly or something, that would be kind of like probably better. This style just instantly reminds you of all those like wannabe simulators. Those games like Winnie Pooh. The thing is, like, it was already in public domain for a while, I think. It's just kind of like, I'm not sure what you're gonna like. Well, actually, horror sort of kind of would be, I guess, doable, yeah, with this stuff. But yeah, it's kind of like not that simple to make something like super dank with this, I guess. Survivors like with World of the Worlds, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Could be interesting. The premise is nice. I actually kind of like, I remember the ending and stuff of the book, but I don't remember like how it was going, like whatsoever. Like, I remember the premise, the whole story and stuff. I remember how it was over, why it was over, but like the final scenes I even like remember like reading. But like the process itself of the book, what was happening, I don't remember whatsoever. But I guess they just kind of use the world sorta here. The insane flashback there, I see. Alright, so voted for stuff and everything. Did everything. Alright, time to go grab some food and chill. Whoop. There we go. So, that is going to be all for us today then. Today that is going to be all. Tomorrow is Monday, RPG Monday. That means that I will be playing that Starfield. And I will be playing that Starfield. Yeah, see you later live. There's son. There we go. YouTube later copium. That actually will return soon though. That will return. That will, well, I mean, in some way. I'm not sure exactly how and when, but most likely. I want to return the game dev stuff. Maybe I will try to do somewhat of like the multicasting to YouTube too, and I will look into it, how it's done. I mean, I know kind of what allows you to do that. I'm not sure how exactly it works. I need to look into it. As in, maybe I will be just like doing my regular here with YouTube in parallel. Then I'm gonna be just like stopping here, going for food and everything, and then just returning and continuing the YouTube without stopping on YouTube, basically. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, for now, I'm out. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for all the support, all the subs, resubs, followers, donos. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. The goal for the month is destroyed, demolished. Feels good, man. Appreciate it a lot. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, 9 AM CET as always. RPG Monday, full day of Starfielding. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Your Sunday evening. Love y'all. Bye-bye.